You good?
Yes, I'm fine.
Excuse me. Oh, we live.
Oh,
You don't know that.
I do. I'm uniquely aware of that fact.
Oh, I understand. Thanos, you're the only one that knows that. Get it?
This is annoying.
I was gonna say, why are you blurry?
Because I'm trying to figure. Okay, there we go.
Less blurry.
All right.
Oh crap! Where's my phone? Oh,
You broke it.
no, I didn't break it.
Somebody stole it.
Yes, yes. That is what happened.
That's absolutely not what happened.
That is potentially happened.
But it's not what happened.
That's what I thought happened.
There is a universe. There is a
Right.
universe where that
There's
went the
a
other
universe
way.
where that's what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, that went another way. There is a universe where right now me and James is in jail.
Facts.
Right now.
Well,
Right
glad we're
now.
not-
Right. Because nigga, what the fuck you mean? Never
Right.
mind. Let me chill out.
So ass.
Relax. So yeah. What?
Oh no, I hit a button.
Didn't I tell you about that?
I know. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
I just thought about the fact that we didn't tell anybody we were starting at 10:30.
we did.
So-
But listen,
Yeah.
and
God.
Hold on, I'm about to
yeah,
post
put up
right
the
now.
we're having the parental units over.
I figured y'all had something planned.
Yeah. Yeah, and even though we're normally done by 2, I just wanted to make sure we definitely will be done before 2.
Right.
So just slide it a little half hour.
Yeah, that's not really big.
Free thinker, what's going on?
We think at least he came. Look, I ain't even.
Somebody made it.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody got a notification. All right. Hey.
Oh, you bastard.
I am. Whatever.
Damn. I come from a time where that never happened. I'm surprised it did not come from.
Not quite, my good sir. I'm certain that's not quite the case.
Damn.
All types of things need to happen, and it's fine. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna explain what the issue is with Chrissy right now. So, no, this is what it is. It's a similar issue to the issue that I was having. Is we're new here. We're new here. It's a new place. So I haven't been able to rigorously test everything out. So the issue that Chrissy is experiencing, I'm fairly certain, is the connection to the laptop is not as stable as it should be. Whereas I've made the connection to the desktop more stable than it was when I.
Yeah, so you're not there's no delay.
7 years behind.
Yeah.
So I hadn't had a chance to do that with the laptop yet. So that's really what the issue is.
Effectively, her laptop is still 7 years a slave. But
I would say 3.
3 years.
I'd go 3. Yeah, I ain't gonna say 7.
I am not doing this. If it's gonna be that slow,
we hear you. He's reacting to you almost instantly. Yeah,
we do.
It's the video. It's not the audio.
Oh, okay.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
Listen, when people
listen
to the audio of this, they won't know the
difference. Most people listen on audio anyway.
Why they doing something else?
Yep. All fixed. So now I have to add a couple things to my shopping list. I gotta find or get, because remember the studio is bigger than the old one. So I
need a couch. You need
no, nigga. Fuck no. I need to get a longer XLR cable. Because before it was easy to put her mic connected to this audio interface and just put it on the desk.
Here comes trouble.
Oh goodness.
It's Mighty Mike Gleason.
Because it was only like 2 feet away.
Oh, damn.
Now it's like 5 feet away. So I need to get another XLR cable. That's why you can't see my mic, because I had to give myself the shorter cord so that I can give her the longer cord.
Right.
And I need to get a USB adapter.
Do you have high ceilings?
Yeah. I have no ceilings, nigga.
Damn. This nigga's ass. You got carpet on the floor?
Yes, nigga.
Oh, just checking. It sounded like you probably need something up on top of that ceiling. A couple of pieces of things on that ceiling.
I do.
Oh, you already got them? All right. Bet.
Morning.
What up, Ken?
I ain't finished, but
yeah, it looks crazy.
Yeah, it looks crazy. Once it gets up there, it'll sound great.
Thanks. What else? I think that might be. No, that's all I can think of right now. But
you still got some work to do with that, so.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Got a little bit of work.
It's not unexpected. I'm sitting here. As a matter of fact, as you speak, there's a hammer and nails on my desk because I was doing work. Nails.
There are always
there's two.
Hammer and nails.
Your ass. I knew that's what he was gonna say. I knew that's what he was gonna say.
So, yeah, we're working over here.
We outside, and believe me, it's dangerous outside.
Listen, we're inside. We're inside because it is dangerous.
It's dangerous.
And it's supposed to rain today. God damn it!
Yo, yeah.
I don't like that.
I went outside early this morning to put the packages out there, and I'm looking around going, yo, just yesterday, everything was all right. Now, look at this shit. But I was hoping it was just going to be cloudy.
I'm the local carpenter, Ken. I'm the local carpenter in this situation. But yeah, speaking of which, I need to take those out and let them inflate.
The what inflate?
The phone.
Oh.
No, you gotta set them out for a day. Shut the hell up. You gotta set them out for a day or two. Let them get their shape back and all that other good stuff. So I, in trying to get everything together and working on everything that I'm simultaneously working on, we don't have any topics, so we're just gonna talk about. we're just gonna talk about our weeks. So, Tombstone and Deadman had what mortals like to call a birthday.
Which
I know he doesn't really understand this terminology.
Yeah, I don't understand what you guys are talking about.
When we on this rock and it goes around and it's in a relatively the same spot, not exactly the same spot, relatively close to the same spot. We like to celebrate that because of all the potential issues that could have prevented that from happening. Like this very specific thing where you happen to make it back to the same spot, relatively the same spot. There's a bunch of issues that can happen on the way, both internally and externally, both micro and macro. And because this is the case, when we get back, we like to celebrate that.
You know, I am learning to understand a bit of your customs here in the Milky Way ghetto. but but they seem a bit absurd to me. They really do. If you're gonna celebrate the fact that you got back to the same spot, you should be celebrating every time you go home. You might as well. Yeah. But first of all, thank everybody for the well wishes. Even though some of them were very trolly, but that's kind of what I expect.
I have no idea
because you are one of the main offenders.
What did I do?
So
that was heartfelt.
Yeah, I know it was very heartfelt. Chrissy is also another one of the offenders over there. These are Marvel's offenders. You know, look,
you were awesome.
They had Marvel. They did the whole Avengers run. They gave us a little Netflix Defenders run, but the next run is the Offenders, and that is that's James, that's Chrissy, and that's Adequate. The Offenders.
I said you were awesome.
Yeah, also started. Yeah, see, there it is. But look,
that was just a fact.
You can't be honest now. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Well, I'm about to also state a fact. You're both ass. These are facts. These are
you rubbed
facts.
off on me. You remember when I was nice?
I do remember that. And it didn't take long though. So it must have been under the surface. The penny was just under the surface.
Right. It was always there. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here?
You know how you go to the store and you buy them scratch offs? They're not really deep on the page. You just got to hit a little bit like that.
No.
And the number was always there, right?
Listen, he said the other day that I was doing too much. It was like last week. And I was like, you taught me to be like this.
I didn't.
Like, you told me I was letting people walk all over me.
Yo, no. Here's the fucking thing. I also often speak about overcorrections, right? So... this nigga
but you speak about that a little. You speak about that on a lot lower decibel.
That's sure, but here's the thing: this motherfucker went from letting people do whatever the fuck they want to like paying them dust.
Yeah. Absolutely.
No, that's the medium. That is the thing. Like, what do
I get nothing but blood and dust?
What up, Betty?
What up, Betty?
I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't mean like cast them all asunder.
Yes.
Look, she didn't start the fire. It's always burning since the world's been turning.
No.
He was just staring at me on the couch.
I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
What are you doing? You going too far.
I'm still, her answer was standing on business.
I mean,
yes.
I guess, but
it may just be.
Here's the issue.
What's the issue?
I don't like people. She does. So the problem is, a side effect of that is people not being around. I don't like people, so I don't mind it. That's me though. You can't do everything I do.
Listen, maybe she's starting to see what you saw. You have enlightened. You listen. There are a lot of people that I know for a fact was not a certain type of way until they met me.
Sure.
Sometimes these people come into your life for different reasons. One of the reasons you might came to her life is to show her how people ain't shit. people ain't shit. They're 100% garbage.
I mean,
I prefer Jarvis. I prefer Jarvis. Like, sorry.
I can't argue that.
But my birthday started off with a phone call from my mother.
As it should. That's appropriate.
With the
That's how the whole thing
happy
started.
Birthday song.
That's how the whole thing started. That's how we got here. So might as well keep it going.
That was hilarious, actually. Her calling and singing happy birthday. Then of course after that, my sister basically talking trash to me, but that's
Well, of course.
a normal day. And then of course, so prior to this, a few days before the birthday, my wife asked me, "What restaurant you want to go to?" I was like, "Nah, let's not spend that money like that." So a day went by, another day, and then she says to me, "Look, we're going to a damn restaurant."
Facts.
All right.
What are you talking about, nigga? What wrong with you? I tried to give you a little time to come to your own senses, but you want to be on some bullshit now. What the fuck we doing? Exactly. Hell yeah, sis.
So,
Get this nigga together.
So I decided on, of course, Red Lobster for two reasons. One, that's we go there. That's two.
Well,
the
you gave a
motherfuckers
non-answer.
No, I said we go there all the time.
Right.
Like,
exactly. So
yeah.
you gave a non-answer.
Shoosh. Two, the motherfuckers going bankrupt.
Facts.
They just filed for Chapter 11 or some shit. Now, I don't know if this means they're gonna go all the way away, because sometimes that's just a chess move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to go out to the one out Silver Spring, because that's the one we went to for my daughter's birthday dinner. And I like Silver Spring a lot. We did not go to that one, because one of the bad things about Silver Spring is the way they have those buildings all together. They don't have a lot of parking space, which means they are charging you for your for every. Yeah.
So they tossing.
Basically. And in the area where the Red Lobster is at, it's a nice little area that reminds me of just a slice of Panama, right? The cobblestones and all that up shit.
What up,
Bowflex? But the issue with that is they have very limited parking, and that's even more limited parking in there. So you got to pay. And it's not like, oh, you pay for 3 hours. No. Every 45 minutes.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's right. Every 45
So you gotta
minutes.
go outside every 45 minutes.
I think there's an app.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's still annoying.
But still annoying, because you're eating dinner, y'all talking, you're this. You're not keeping track of the time necessarily, right? So that's annoying. So we didn't go there. Instead, we went to the one we used to go to all the time out Laurel. We got out there, and listen, I don't know. Maybe it's because they are going bankrupt. I don't know what the hell's going on. The food was extra good. Like, it was all right. It was on Silver Spring.
Extra good.
They trying to fight back.
They fighting back. They trying to fight back, right? I mean, the cheddar biscuits were like chef's kiss. You know what I'm saying? The calamari, like, everything was it was crazy. The one thing that wasn't crazy, that I was not all that fond of, the waiter. Listen, the waiter was annoying,
bruh.
He was annoying, and not just his service was, I guess, serviceable, but in taking the orders, it was just a kerfuffle, right?
We don't like those.
We don't like those, especially when I'm trying to like eat and shit.
Right.
So here's the thing. After we was there for a little while, I understood why. Because he was doing a lot. Not only was he waiting on several tables, but he was running the bar.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't know if this is something to do with the way they reorganize things for the bankruptcy and shit, where they don't have as many people covering this shit. I don't know.
Right.
But I had to kind of forgive him for a bit, right? Because bro. That's a lot. I ain't gonna lie. Like, as I observed with it, I was like, oh no, he doing, and I worked in restaurants before. So listen, That's some shit right there he was dealing with. So I let that go. Food was good. Unfortunately, and this is the other part of getting older. So all my kids are adults, which means they have their own schedules, shit they got to do, blah, blah, blah. Just so happens on my birthday, both my kids had to work.
Damn.
And because the older folks in the house, we don't like to eat real late.
Right.
Shit's ass. So Siobhan was still at work, Malik was still at work. So it was just me, my wife, and my mother-in-law.
Oh man.
And it kind of reminded me of that song, The Cat's in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're going home, kids, I don't know when we'll get together. That's what that was like. Damn. Now, to be fair, on Siobhan's birthday, it was kind of similar because, well, no, Malik was sick. Malik had COVID. Right? Yeah. So he wasn't going nowhere. So it was me, Siobhan, and Yetta and mother-in-law. But overall, the meal was cool, you know. And I didn't quite eat as much as I usually do. I got the lobster, shrimp, and salmon with like mashed potatoes and some rice and some shit. Oh, and broccoli. But
sir,
I didn't. What?
Sir, I'm sorry. Pardon me.
What happened? Yeah.
You just mentioned like 8 things.
Shut up. The plate was smaller than
you said that you don't. You said you didn't eat as much as you normally eat, and then you named like 17 things that was on this plate.
He had a lot to go home.
Oh, I did take something home, which is also unusual for me, by the way.
Okay.
Take shit home. But last time, see, everything is relative because last time I got the ultimate shrimp feast. So the all you can eat stuff. So you already know how I gave it up.
Oh my god.
He's about to kick you out.
Thanks. He's like, oh, this nigga still here.
And know what's funny about that? Right after that, I found out about their bankruptcy. I went, did I do that?
Yo, I can't stand you. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. I hate every fiber of your being.
Listen. So, a good time was had by all, except we was about to leave.
Oh, God.
Now,
who did you Sparta kick?
See, this is Red Lobster. No, look. Because we were in Laurel, I guess it was inevitable that someone who was one of our neighbors saw us. Now, I need to make this really clear to all of you. I am almost exactly like my mother about a lot of shit. And one of the things that I am like her about is I don't be knowing my neighbors. I don't give a fuck.
That's funny.
Listen. I don't be knowing my neighbors. And I know that's something that I'm going to have to kind of discard when I discard the United States.
Yeah.
Because I do want to be part of the community over there. But typically, from the time I became an adult, fuck y'all. Everybody that matters to me is in this house.
I'm right
about none of this shit. Now, if something happens in the neighborhood that requires neighborly assistance, I'm there for it. I don't need to know your name for that. Like we had the hurricane a couple of years ago, and a tree collapsed on a neighbor's house across the street, another neighbor's house down the street. Of course, we will come out and make sure people are all right.
Right.
I don't need to know your name for that.
No, thanks.
I don't need that. I don't need none of that. And as far as being neighborly, for me, that's a simple, hey, good morning.
Thanks.
That's it. I don't need to have these long conversations about the Knicks or what type of fertilizer you use for your life. Listen, I don't give a rat's ass. All right, about none of that.
I don't care. Thanks.
I don't need to know you. You only need to know me. I'm the one. No, listen. When I was look, but somebody saw us. Now I did not recognize dude.
Of course you didn't.
Because you don't know your neighbors.
I don't know my neighbors. My wife didn't recognize dude. You know why? She doesn't know her neighbors. I don't even think my mother-in-law recognized dude.
Mm.
All I know is when we was walking out, he was like, "Hey, neighbors, ain't seen you guys in a long time." He walked over there to us, and no, mother-in-law did recognize him eventually because he's a teacher. He's a teacher, and my mother-in-law was a teacher, and she retired some years ago or whatever, right? But he said, "Oh yeah, I used to see your daughter all the time." That's when my daughter was still working at Walmart, even though we had moved to College Park. She was still working out there at Walmart. I see your daughter all the time. Now, I will say this: I do like that idea. That my daughter probably wouldn't recognize him if she's not even.
Right.
But the fact that old neighbors, they know who you are. I mean, somebody's looking out. Somebody's looking. Yo, that's such. That's cool. And I suppose I could be part of that circle of life if I knew, I knew my neighbors. I don't, because I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, he held us up for a little bit.
My post is kind of like coming back to mind.
What's that?
My post that I made.
Shut up.
A couple days ago. Oh, okay.
Shut up. Okay. Shut up. I'm just saying, he held us up for a little bit, but we was polite. And once that was over, we went home, and that was good. I think it was a rather uneventful birthday this year. And listen, I told y'all before, I don't come from a family that celebrates birthdays like that. Like, you're gonna get a cake, a card, maybe a gift, and you're gonna leave people alone. You know what I'm saying? Let's go shoot. You're the only one to have birthdays. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I come from, right? So all of that, it's not new to me now because I've had my current family for like 16 years, right? But initially it was, right? But all in all, I would say it was a cool birthday. It wasn't like we didn't do nothing spectacular. We did regular shit. But sometimes that's the best shit to do, right?
Absolutely.
The other thing about this week. So remember last week, and I was telling you guys all about the bees and the wasp and how I'm doing preventative measures to keep them from getting some sort of a foothold along my house. So that appears to be working, at least for right now. It's still early in the spring. Summer ain't even here yet. But at least for right now, not seeing that. They not the problem, though.
But wait, I have an idea which will help you further with those.
What's that?
You should get like floral smelling honey.
Nah,
and just
see, you are out of pocket. First of all, there's a big dumbass fig tree not 5 feet from my back door. All right, so
just rub the honey. Just rub the honey all across.
Oh hell no!
Rub the honey everywhere you don't want them to be.
Oh hell no!
What?
I'd sooner smear rhinoceros poop everywhere than do that. No, but again, they haven't ever since I did the little peppermint thing. They haven't really, and I go out there and redo it every so often. They haven't really been doing that, but they ain't the problem now. And this is where I tell you how much I miss my herald, T'Challa, and the governor, Zora. Because the stuff that I'm having issues with in that backyard now, didn't have that when they were roaming the perimeter.
Right.
3 things. These little ghetto-ass birds. Yeah. Squirrels are now back.
Bro.
They're back. They outside.
Wait. What did I tell you about the squirrels and the corvids?
The corvids ain't come back.
They ain't back yet. But once the squirrels realize what's going on, they're gonna get into contact with the corvids.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Rocky need to mind his business. Rocket J Squirrel need to mind his damn business. And the final offender, and this is the part that is so betraying to the alliance. Cats. Every time I go in my backyard now, there's some dumbass sucker for love ass trick cat in my backyard. And always a different one.
Yikes.
Yeah.
They want to see what they can get.
Well, I can tell you what they can get. They can get the hell out of my yard. That's what they can get. They get the hell out of my yard. Every time I open that door, listen, there's two of them that are basically hairless, them Egyptian hairless cats or whatever. Two of them. So not only do I have to deal with cats, foreign cats in my backyard, but I have to be weirded out by these things that look like aliens and shit or chupacabra in my goddamn backyard. It's ass. It's ass.
I've never seen a hairless cat roaming free.
No.
Oh my! And that's what freaked me out.
Right. Somebody lost that.
That's what freaked me out. Now, mind you, I've seen both of these cats before, and guess when I saw them? At the start of winter.
Huh.
One of them, the skin is real dark. The other one, the skin is pink. They both look like they look like the end result of mange or some shit. But I know what it is, right? They are hideous.
Could it be that one of your cats has a type?
Well, none of my cats go outside.
Yeah, none of the current cats.
Okay.
None of the current cats, right? But gross. But then those aren't the only two. Like I told you, every time I go out there, it's a different one. One of them all white with a little black streak down the tail. And this motherfucker had the audacity when I walked outside to be like on the side of the yard nearest to the fence, slinking, stops, turns around, looks at me. And my thought was, oh, you about to scamper off. No, he stops slinking and sits. I'm in your yard. I'm in your yard.
Somebody sent out the signal that you're a cat person.
Hey.
And they're all coming to see.
Listen, I thought we already dealt with that when we first moved here. When we first moved here, like this neighborhood does have a lot of cats at the bottom of the block. It's a lot of cats down there, right? But a couple of them used to come up, and the window of our room is like in the basement part. So it's like ground level of the lawn, the front lawn, where that window is. Our cats, all of the cats, as a matter of fact, love to be in that window because to them it's like watching TV. Oh, except for Superfly now, which
he actually watches TV.
Well, he actually watches TV now. Right?
Yeah.
He actually watches TV now, but that's like watching TV to them. So those cats would come over and pee by that window.
Yo.
I put it in that shit. I bought these little spiky thing, plastic spiky things that you put in the grass, put it right by the window. That shit stopped.
Thanks.
We did that. But now because my Herald is no longer here and the governor is no longer here, the encroachment is real.
Hey.
And it's disrespectful.
What you gonna do about it though? Like, come on now.
I'm glad you asked. Now, obviously, I probably won't do this, but the option is there. I have a hole.
Wait, you gonna put a permanent cloud over your house
Too late.
and then have
Too late, nigga. Too late. I was already there. I was already there. No, I have a hose. Very long hose. And it has one of those nozzles. No Diddy. And it has one of those nozzles where when you spin it, when you spin it, the cone of the water changes shapes. You got the stream and you got the little misty thing, and then you got the little wide 45-degree angle cone and all that other shit. Yeah. The option is always there to have my hose at the ready. And when I have my house,
get you locked up, son.
No Diddy, right? Right. So that's always an option right there.
Right.
But I probably won't do it because, in truth, cats annoy me, but I don't hate cats.
Right.
You just annoy me. But the level of annoyance goes up past 10 when you're not one of ours and you're in my yard.
Facts. Nah, I get that.
I don't like it. So I think this summer, the battlegrounds are going to be a little different. Because I really don't think, like, classic example, that fig tree doesn't give off as many figs as it used to.
Right.
It doesn't. After we had the guy come and cut some of the branches, it just don't. Like, we get them, but it ain't like it was. And that's a good thing because most of the time, a lot of those things rot on the branch, fall down, hit the ground, and now it's this mess over there under the tree, which cause more insects over that motherfucker. So I ain't looking forward to that. So I ain't mad that the figs don't grow as much as they used to because I didn't eat figs anyway. I didn't give a fig about a fig.
Okay, all right.
Right? So the battle lines have been drawn differently this year. And the cats are involved. And why it's such a betrayal? Because why I gotta have cats in my yard and birds too?
Because what do you mean?
Well,
I'm telling you, the wildlife is conspiring against you.
They're not wild. All these cats have collars. That's the other thing. That's the other thing. All these motherfuckers got collars on. All of them. Come in here with tingling me. Where's your father? Where's your mom? Why are you in my... You realize when I was a kid, I won't say I was a bad kid. I would say I was a bit mischievous. And even in my mischievous ways, I didn't pop up in people's backyards just for no reason. Just for no reason. What? I mean, okay, yes, I may have ripped their fence down, but I wasn't in their yard. Look, you gotta find differences somewhere. you gotta find a line of delineation somewhere, right? I'm just saying, I had much more respect for people's property when I was tearing their fences.
So y'all was never throwing the ball around and went in somebody's yard and you had to hop the fence real quick to go get the ball.
No, because I went outside, so we never threw the ball around in the backyard. We down there on the field.
No, I'm talking about outside. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, backyard, that ain't really, I mean, it's outside, but it's like training wheels outside in your backyard. You know what I'm saying? Like my homeboy Monty and shit, when I was growing up, I'm older than him by a couple of years. I remember he couldn't get off the porch. You know what I'm saying?
No,
that ain't really outside, B. That ain't really outside.
We used to be not out back, but we used to be like out front in the street, like, because where my grandmother's house is, it ain't a whole bunch of traffic. Right. There's a whole bunch of cars parked. But we didn't care about that, and apparently nobody else did either.
Nobody did.
So yeah, nobody really said that to us about playing ball out front and whatever. And every now and then it would go in somebody's yard, and some people have gates, and we just hop the fence real quick, jump in, throw it back out, hop the fence back out. Now, everybody didn't have fences in their front. So sometimes it wasn't an issue.
As a matter of fact, I think only one person in a 700 block of Denison when I was a kid had a fence, and that was Miss Daisy, and she was ass. So you definitely didn't want nothing going to her yard.
Right.
She was ass, you know what I'm saying? But no, like, remember, I lived at the bottom of the village.
Right.
For I think I was 11. I lived in the village my whole life, with the exception of living in Germany, right? I lived in the village my whole life. So the first part of that was the top of the village. And then by the time I was 11, we moved at the bottom of the village. So there's open Parkway Field. You got Front Hill over there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we had to be out there bullshit. Right. Now, niggas did play football in the street.
Right.
Traffic coming and shit like that absolutely happened. Because nobody had fences around their front, we never had to really worry about that. You know what I'm saying?
We had like 6 houses on our block that had fences in the front.
You had fences too, Chrissy?
Not really.
See,
our houses, I was only connected to one other house. It did have a fence. And if something went in there, I wasn't going in there because they had like 3 Rottweilers.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't let it in. It's just gone. That shit.
No, I would go knock on the door.
That's theirs.
Nope, I would go knock on the door and be like, "Are the dogs out?" They're like, "No." Okay,
who let the dogs out?
Okay, all right.
I had to ask.
All right, okay, all right. It's not
you had to do it.
Listen, all I'm saying is we didn't really have that issue because I was very respectful of people's property when I wasn't tearing their fences down. Yes, I tore fences down.
All right, Tim.
I was respectful of the way I did it.
What does that even mean?
You'll figure it out later. So,
no, I don't believe I will.
I'm just saying. I don't appreciate the fact that I have to have birds and cats too, because you figure the birds would cancel out the cat. I mean, the cats would cancel out the birds. That's what my cats did.
That depends on the bird.
Listen, these birds are punk ass regular weed, Reggie Bush birds. They're not like vultures or hawks. Even though I have seen hawks around here, but they're not even the crows. They're not even them. They just them regular dirty brown seed eating birds and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody really knows the name of them. Like I don't even think people that bird watch even watch them. In fact, I think you lose points if you watch them shit. Y'all know what birds are talking about. The little ghetto ass. They're little and shit. They don't have. They just they plain. They like a step up from pigeons and shit. Right? No, actually, pigeons are a bit more elaborate than you know what I'm saying. Like these birds. Yo, if you lower than a pigeon though, I mean, they rats with wings.
Nah, nigga, that's our fault. That's our fault. We gonna put some respect on pigeons.
That's true.
It's our fault.
True. We did that. We did that. We definitely did that. Right, but them birds, we ain't do that. Like I don't know what. No, you're right. Yo, listen, when T'Challa and Zora was around, I didn't see birds in my yard so long that I started to believe that birds weren't actually real and I had made them up. That I had hallucinated that birds even exist. Were they really birds? Because then I started thinking about it. Right, I started thinking about it. Like, wait a minute, something that flies and has what you call wings. I started to think that I made that shit up, and now I must recognize that either we living in a simulation, and whoever's controlling the shit decided to add more birds to the simulation and shit, or it's just the fact that T'Challa and Zora's gone, and we don't have that first line of defense to keep them motherfuckers out of my goddamn yard, and it sucks. It 100% sucks. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do because I'll have one, but I'm not dealing with the other. I'm not dealing with these cats in my yard. If I got to deal with the birds, look, we got trees around here. All right. All right. You know what I'm saying? If I got to deal with squirrels, what you say? What's
the problem with the birds?
The birds are annoying. They shit off. So we have a little picnic table thing out there, and we got these other little chairs. The birds always shitting on stuff. They're annoying. Okay. They're annoying. But I'll take the birds because it's trees. It's trees, right? All right. Cats, though, y'all not coming shitting in my yard or pissing in my yard. We're not doing that. My cats don't do that.
Right.
No. Stay the fuck. Oh, I didn't even tell you about the one atrocity. So I go outside now. I left the door open and I've just bent the corner just a second. I remembered I left the door open, which I don't want to do because I don't want one of the cats to come scampering out. And as I turned around, one of the hairless ones was peeking in my house like, oh shit.
Yo,
fucking ass out of here. They be violating, yo.
I told you. Somebody sent the signal.
Thanks.
They trying to get their way in.
Listen, I'm about to send me a signal. Yeah. I'm about to buy a dog or something. Y'all can't come back here. What are you doing?
Yo, you want wait. You gonna be that lady. The one
What lady?
The fucking is one of those nursery rhymes.
Hold up. Which nursery rhyme are you talking about?
Is it the old lady that lived in the
shoe? No, nigga. No, nigga. Listen.
Halfway there.
Already on the way, my guy.
Listen. They got to stay out of my yard. You got to. You can't come back here.
The grumpy old
this
man
far, no further.
He's gonna figure one out for you. You gotta have one.
Listen, I'm about to get a dog or something. Like I'm about to be Miss Daisy. I'm about to be Miss Daisy.
You're not helping.
Look, the dog. The only reason why we haven't gotten a dog. Only reason why we haven't gotten a dog is because I like to travel.
Right.
We was just talking about that.
Yeah.
Like as much as I like dog, and I know that first of all, people don't deserve dogs. Humans don't deserve dogs. That level of loyalty, that the way they look at us, we don't deserve that. Humans ain't shit. But yet we got that, right? But having one and then liking to travel, I don't think it's fair. It's not fair for the dog.
Right.
You stress the dog out. You know what I'm saying? Anxiety. When you not there, they like, what the fuck? Where he go? That's crazy. Is he ever coming back?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I always think you're going proper when you leave.
Yep. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to. And then they have the unfortunate thing about being just smart enough to remember your ass. Like when you leave. Like the shit they used to say about cats, which I have found is not fucking true. But the shit they used to say about cats is that once you leave the room, the cats don't even remember that they don't care about you. That's bullshit, Geraldo. I'm looking for that breed of cat that doesn't give a fuck. That's not always in my business. Not always come, hey, what you doing? Hey, what's this? Is that yours? Can I play with it? Can I chew it? Where's that one at? Because I ain't met not one.
Yeah.
Maybe generations before me, there may have been cats that didn't give a fuck. But I ain't had a single cat in this house that didn't give a fuck. Oh, you taking a nap? I'm taking a nap too. Right here. Like all in the way and shit. Oh, you up here in the kitchen getting something to eat? I'm coming up in the kitchen too. And guess what else I'm going to do? I'm going to lay down right behind your feet. You bust your ass when you turn around. And then I'm going to give you the stink eye like, damn. Like, again, I've never, and so if somebody can show me the species of cat that don't give a fuck, I would very much like to see that. Maybe we can trade some of them motherfuckers, right?
Okay.
Get them out of my face, right? But yeah, that's my week. What's next?
Whoa.
Nigga. Chrissy?
I don't even know what to say.
Things.
No, because I haven't been on a show in so long.
Right.
It is a lot.
All right, let's start with my mom. So my mom last year was diagnosed with cancer.
Oh no.
So yeah, so that's why I haven't been around as much. So she's going through treatments, everything's fine. She got an infection, so she had to go in the hospital. Now she goes to Mercy. Mercy is a great hospital. I have
My
never
mom
had
used
any
to work there.
Yeah, I loved it. I want my care at Mercy, all of that. But there's always one person. It don't matter if it's the best place. It's always going to be one person.
Facts.
And thankfully and unthankfully, I was not there the day that this happened.
Oh,
Because I bailed out. But my mother has a port on her chest where they access it for her chemo.
Right.
So that she doesn't have to get like blood drawn all the time, get stuck all the time.
Right.
So when you access the port, you're supposed to numb the area with lidocaine or put ice on it to help numb it so you can stick the port. A nurse came in and just tried to access her port with nothing. So my dad was like, are you gonna put some lidocaine on it? And she was like, I don't have no lidocaine. Go get some.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So he said, well, can you at least go get some ice? And so what she did next is why I'm glad I wasn't there. She did it anyway. She stuck her without doing any of that.
Oh, man.
Apparently, my dad went off. And
yeah.
My mom was trying to like diffuse the situation.
No, ain't no diffusing that.
Yeah. She was like, I've never seen him that pissed. I'm like, yeah, because somebody hurt you.
Right.
So anyway, she said after that, because my dad was like, why would you do it anyway? And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to de-access it? Go get some ice and do it again. So now you got smart.
Oh no, we fighting. All that. Yeah, we shutting the hospital down.
Yeah.
Nobody getting treatment today.
Right. So you disrespected my mother and my father. And my mother said, I'm just so glad you weren't there. No, I needed to be there. But I probably would have never been allowed at Mercy. Like, Mom, I can't come to treatment with you anymore.
Right.
Yeah, because of that motherfucker. Yeah.
Thank you for the well wishes. Yeah, she's doing good. But it was just like, you never know what somebody's going through. Like, she came in the hospital for the infection, but you never know what somebody's dealing with. And that's what you decide to do. That's how you decide to treat somebody.
Right.
So
that shit crazy, because it's like y'all was saying, Mercy typically is a great hospital. My mom worked down there for a year. I mean, a lot of years. Her, my Aunt Betty, like my Uncle Edward. Matter of fact, he died on his way to work there, right? On a bus stop. On his way to work, just had a heart attack and shit. You know what I'm saying? But my family has worked in that hospital, and I've never had to go there, but I know people that have, and I've never heard any bad reports. Certainly nothing like the old Lutheran hospital that I was born in. They used to call that shit the hospital of death and shit, right? Some motherfuckers dying over there, left and right and shit. But no, I've never heard anything bad about Mercy until today. That's crazy. But it's always one. It's always one.
But what they didn't know, the manager of patient relations is related to me and my mother.
Oh my.
So
I'm John Leonidas.
Right.
President of medical
came upstairs and we told her what happened. And she was like, I'll be right back. I'm going to find out who that was. And she was able to go back in the system, found out who did it, came back to us, and said the manager will be calling y'all next week because I already put in a formal complaint. So who knows if she'll still be working there?
Let's hope she's not. Or at the very least, she don't need to be working there, because like when you go to the hospital, and this was one of the complaints about, remember that story, was it last year, about down there in Georgia, one of the hospitals down in Georgia, with the nurses running in, doing these videos and shit. Like people are at their most compromised, emotionally, physically, always down at the hospital. The last thing they want to hear or find out is that the people that's supposed to be taking care of them are clowning them, right? In their worst state. So I feel like this is a step beyond just that. You're actually mistreating a patient.
Right.
You shouldn't be working there anymore. You need to get your ass the fuck up out of there.
Exactly. And when she first started chemo, because they told her to like put the lidocaine on before she came to treatment, and she was still learning, so they did access it before, and the lidocaine had ran out. So she's experienced it before. She said it's not even that it's that bad. It's just the fact that there's something that'll help, and you chose not to do it.
Right. Yeah. That shit sucks.
Ridiculous. Yeah. But other than that, she's home now. She's recovering. And
That's good.
She's doing good. But it's just like, you really played. I want to go back down to that hospital.
I know.
Like,
I know.
Don't play with my mother.
Right.
Thanks.
Right. Right. And that's the other thing that's kind of crazy about this is that these people belong to people.
Right.
And this Baltimore.
Nigga.
And this Baltimore.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
What do you think this is? Like, y'all in the heart of downtown.
Right.
That shit can get ugly.
And then it was funny because I got up there, I guess like an hour after it happened, and my dad had went to go get something to eat. So my mom was telling me the story. And my dad can be a little extra, to say the least. So she told me the story as if my dad was overreacting.
No, he wasn't.
But she didn't tell me the whole story. When he came back and he told the story, I was like, Mom, that's not what she said. And she was like, I just didn't want you to get mad. I'm already mad. It's too late. What she look like?
Mama, you ain't catch me this morning when I woke up. So you not preventing none of that. Like, I was mad when I woke up this morning. So yeah, like, nah.
I was like, you might as well have told me the full story because Dad was going to tell me.
Right.
I didn't want you to get mad.
There's a reason. That's the only thing I can say is the reason. So yeah, that's the biggest thing that's been going on. It's just like me running back and forth to see her, which was part of the reason why we moved in here so quick. And people would be like, y'all moved in together quick. I mean, we known each other 18 years.
I was about to say, I don't believe that's
right.
I don't know that somebody can actually say that with any. That. It's really weird, right? Because y'all known each other 18 years. Like really?
Yeah. We've known each other for 18 years. So while some people will be like, oh, that was quick, it don't feel like that.
Y'all needed another 18 years or something? Right.
It's that part and the part that we're already in like our mid-30s. So I can see people saying you like 20, 21.
Right.
We old.
I ain't got time playing them games.
Yeah, I'm living.
Ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Nope. Like, I can relate. Believe me. Got time for that.
And I knew I was old when we moved in. Because I know he has talked about how trash moving was.
I hate
but it was trash.
Yes. See?
Bah.
The shit it's horrible. It's horrible.
Awful.
And you know what's so funny about you saying that? My daughter is ass. Because when I first got custody of her, we was living in Laurel. And I remember one time, she probably don't remember. She said, so when we moving? What are you talking about? We ain't gonna move. That's not fun. That shit ain't fun. Nah.
At all.
It's not the move.
I can't stand this nigga. I can't stand this.
I'll be here all week.
So yeah, moving with ass. And it's ass because it's still not over.
Yeah,
it's not over.
We've been here for 8 years. It's still not over. You know how long we had a storage tent out in the backyard?
Right.
It is annoying because I have another house. So I didn't have to rush and move all my stuff here.
Which I told her every step of the fucking way.
But I kind of wish I would have, because every time I go over there to my old house to hang out with my friends and all that, I'm looking around like, shit, I still got to take all this stuff
bring this
all the way across town. So every time I come back here, I have a carload of stuff.
That's only the detriment of hindsight. Because I guarantee you, while we were moving, she wouldn't have felt that way.
No, I
wouldn't. Right. Yeah. That's crazy.
So that's been the experience. It's still getting stuff. Like every day, we have a package from Amazon. Every day.
Oh,
sometimes multiple times a day.
That's just regular life over here. That's Reggie Bush over here. It's regular
Facts.
every day. We got every day.
I'm just like, I know Amazon's sick of us.
No.
No, they love you. You're on their favorite customers list, guarantee it.
Well, more so the people that are delivering it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they
Some of
probably
that
hate
shit.
you. They probably hate you. They
Without question.
Yeah, our bed frame, our couches, all of that.
They see your address and be like,
Right.
do you realize we have a cat in here that does that dumbass shit? That extra, you know how teenage girls do that extra drama when they met it? We got a cat in here that does that shit. But anyway, go ahead.
That's hilarious. So on the subject of moving, and I'm sure you're going to talk about this too, so I'm not going to go too into it. Everything we've ordered so far has actually been pretty easy to put together. Like the instructions were clear. We haven't had no issues. Nothing missing. Until yesterday.
Yep, they have to wait to you. It'll pass. Look.
The couches that we ordered for the basement, which it's not a big deal. They're not the best, but the instructions were trash. There was no words. It was pictures and drawings and arrows. And you know how the tools, like they'll be in a big bag, individually wrapped? No.
Yeah. Oh.
Everything was thrown in the same bag.
Damn.
Figure out what tool is
letter coded though, right? Like this is the C thing and the H this and
in the book. They were, but the bag of tools had all the different like screws and all that in there, and two of them were like similar in size, and I was like, really?
Oh my, I've been there.
Y'all couldn't just put it in separate bags.
Hate it.
So,
but you know what they're saying though? How dare you, ungrateful monkeys? You know how people used to have to put this type of shit together? We giving you instructions now. Your great grandfather and them, they was just all right. We got to. Is this the right? Or break it?
Cut the shit down.
It'll fit if you break it. Snap. And
right.
Shit.
So we had two couches. By the end of our night, we got one together, and I said we will do the other one on Sunday. And I know it had to be bad for me to say that.
Right.
Because I'm the type of person that's like, let's just get this done. Like, I want everything in the house set up. I don't like
Wait a minute, are they the same type of couches? Both of them same type of couches?
They came together.
Oh, okay.
Right. The other one's just bigger, but the instructions will be the same. But I just couldn't go through it again. Like, no. For multiple reasons, it's a no.
Call Honeydew.
I broke my foot.
Not you, nigga. There's a company called Honeydew that'll come to your house and put this shit together.
Oh,
interesting.
Look for them.
Yeah.
See, it depends. It depends on what it is with me, because usually when stuff come here, they gotta get put together. I gotta put it together. But it depends on what it is. If it's something that just has way too many fucking parts to that shit, and the instructions look ass, I'm not. Look, no. Or if it's like a 2-man type thing, because you got to move this and lift. Listen, no. Call Honeydew. Had them motherfuckers come over here. Fuck with that.
I put a futon together the other day, and the instructions said 2 people, but I had already started, and he was at work. I was like, yeah, so that's primarily been what's going on. The last thing is
she wants her monkey ass down.
I sat down.
Sitting down. What
I'm talking about the futon. I'm referring to the futon.
Oh, yeah, no, I did it. Traffic. So before I moved here, my commute to work was 8 minutes. That's it.
What's your commute now?
45 minutes.
No.
45.
Yo, what have you done?
It won't be for long.
I can tell you what she did.
She broke it. She broke her commute.
Yeah, she was supposed to have been gone before we moved.
Yeah.
But
the
that
other
wasn't
job
her
was
fault.
the shady one. I think I talked about it on
Yeah,
here.
that wasn't her
Yeah,
fault.
that's why I was like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So 3 days a week, that is what I'm doing. It takes me about 40 minutes to get there and probably about 50 to get home.
Yeah.
No, that's
It's
trash.
awful.
For the
That
birds.
is trash, yo. No, don't say
And
bird.
that's-
Don't ever say bird.
That's me avoiding the highway because the highway would add extra time.
Yeah, ain't no way.
Yeah, that's trash. So, so it's been how many weeks since y'all moved out Laurel or something? Like y'all clearly don't live in Baltimore. 45 goddamn minutes to get to work. Like, what the fuck? Motherfuckers have moved to DC and shit.
No, my sister works in Gaithersburg. She lives in Baltimore. I asked her how long it takes her to
That
get to
is
work.
insane. That is insane.
An hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, that shit ain't no joke.
I'm driving 45 and I'm still here. My other coworker lives in Pennsylvania. It takes her about 50 minutes.
They bugging.
Not about him.
Like Shrewsbury.
Yeah. One of my
very
coworkers live in Shrewsbury.
All you do is go straight up 83.
83. Yeah.
It's like the first Pennsylvania exit.
I don't like it.
That's the benefits though. You don't pay taxes. Like if she orders something online and she puts in her Pennsylvania address, they don't charge taxes most of the time. She doesn't have to pay both Maryland and Pennsylvania because there's that like exclusion for that. So she gets some benefits out of it.
Yeah, it's Commonwealth.
I don't like it.
But that drive, no. But the fact that she only drives 15 more minutes than me, and I still live in Baltimore, is the problem.
That's a big problem.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You broke it. You broke your commute.
I did. I really did. But I will be fixing it soon.
Right.
You know what make it worse?
I am not staying at my job.
What make it worse is that it used to be 8 minutes. That's what makes it worse.
Right.
If it was already a half hour, like this shit sucks.
Right.
15 extra minutes. It was 8 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Nigga, drastic.
Yikes.
Awful.
And so James was on here the other week complaining about his ride to work.
It's not fun.
Well, not two.
From work.
2 wasn't the worst. From on Wednesdays when I gotta come from this, nah, nigga. Y'all had that shit.
You take 40?
The first day.
Okay.
I don't do that shit no more.
That shit crazy.
So the way that it was taking me to work before was basically to go past Mondawmin, Drew Hill, and he would take North Avenue or 28th, or is that 29th? Whatever, and go to work that way. I don't like that way because of the street.
Right.
Like Drew Hill is awful.
Yeah, they've been working on there for.
Yes, it is.
My car gonna fall apart. That's how it feels.
I get it.
So now I just take 40 all the way.
Nigga.
Well, no. I take 40 into downtown. Yeah, I take 40 into downtown, and then I go up Harford Road.
Makes sense.
Still
less annoyance on my car.
Right.
And I can go faster on 40.
Sure. Then Drew. Yeah.
That's true. Turn that 45 minutes into 40.
Yeah. That's basically what I did.
Right.
Coming home, I still have not figured it out. It's still trash.
Excuse me.
But yeah. So basically it's just been adjusting. Like the past month, in all ways, it's just adjusting to being in a new place.
Oh yeah. And the neighborhood, just being, figuring out the neighborhood. But at least one good thing though, you gotta know your neighbors. Like fuck them. At least you ain't got to do that.
Right. All right. We get it.
I mean, we should have known. Wait, when did that thing happen with the car outside? Was that before? Did you talk about that already?
No.
Yo. Were you going to talk about it?
No.
Okay. So this is the last thing. There was a car blocking in 2 cars on our court. This lady came outside and it was 10 something in the morning?
No, it was 9:20.
Okay. Started at 9.
Oh, damn.
She was trying to get out of her parking spot, and she couldn't. So she just laid on her horn.
Wait a minute, what time in the morning was it?
9:20, 9:15, something around that time.
All we heard was beep, beep over and over again. I thought at first she was picking somebody up. I'm like, why would you keep doing it unless you're just an ass? And then he looked out because he was working on the door, and he looked out. He was like, oh, I see what's happening. She's blocked in. At that point, I don't blame her because she had somewhere to go.
She got to go somewhere.
That's true. That's true.
So she goes back in the house, and I'm like, oh, she about to call the police or tow or something.
We'll get her back.
She comes back out.
Right. Something.
She comes back out. She does it again. This went on for like 20 minutes.
That's
25. Eventually, somebody came out of nowhere and moved their car. Why would you leave your car right there?
Ain't no way.
And it wasn't like they just were running in to get something or pick somebody up.
That's fine.
Yeah, because I've stopped right there to unload my car.
Right.
But they had probably been there from the night before.
I said, fuck it.
They created a parking spot.
Yeah, I had a friend that just went through that last week too with a new neighbor. They just moved around the block. And his driveway and the opening of his driveway is like this. And they had their car parked like that. So there's a little bit of space. And he drives a big dumbass truck, right? He goes out there. Could you please move here? So they moved it. And then he tried to be polite. He comes back over there with some liquor, expensive ass liquor, to welcome him to the neighborhood and shit. The woman act crazy on him.
What?
She go crazy on him, talk shit. Her husband comes over to apologize for his wife's ridiculous behavior. Oh no, listen. This friend of mine has grown up a lot. He really has. But you don't want to go around, Bucky House with that bullshit. Don't do that. Don't do that. But the man, you know, he was very respectful. He went over there and said, I apologize to my wife. That was completely uncalled for. Blah, blah, blah. We won't do it. We don't have to worry about the car in front of your thing again. And now Bucky's actually cool with dude. But that could have went left.
And that's how easily things are supposed to go.
That's how adults handle shit.
Right.
You instantly, it's not about, you always going to be loyal to your wife.
Right.
But this is not one of those situations that requires you to go, you right no matter what. This is not that. She's dead ass wrong. And the way she carried it was dead ass wrong. And I'm glad for the sake of peace in that neighborhood, so that my homeboy would not go, he don't need to be going back to jail. Because that's what the fuck would have happened. If that man came over there with that bullshit, that shit would not have been. Yeah, all right.
The husband it was great. Perfect. Like, not putting her on blast all out loud right there.
Exactly.
Like going over
him.
Right.
Exactly. But, and listen, the whole idea of him even going over there with some expensive ass liquor.
Right.
Y'all gotta know this man to know how much growth that is. You gotta know him. Like, bro, like that's some respectable. I live in it because he does live in a nice neighborhood now. Like he makes good money now, and his wife's a lawyer, so they doing all right.
He got out.
Right.
He probably would have got out. But I'm just saying, you gotta know this man to know why this is showing so much growth. It's almost unbelievable, right? You gotta know.
Thanks.
Well, yeah. My final thing is fuck my job. That's it, and that's my week.
Here. Drink it.
Right.
Hold up.
I wanted the full job story the first week of June.
Yeah. We can go through everything.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 4-hour special.
Damn.
No, for real.
We're gonna go through everything. All right. I don't know what I want to say for. Okay. I guess I'll just go through the notes as I wrote them down.
Fuck it, do it live. Just do it live.
Yeah. What you? Oh, okay. I see what you're doing there. All right. All right. So I started getting into home automation. But I'll get into that a little. I'll get into it a little bit. I'll get deeper into that a little bit. Hold up.
Pause real quick. I'm going
Diddy.
to jump in while you're doing this. I just want you to know that.
No.
About you and these robots. Okay, go ahead.
You uncultured swine. But first, taxes. So years ago,
yuck.
When I was but a young lad, I completely thought I was taking advantage of the tunnel system, the tolls and the bridge and all that. Thought I was taking advantage because I ain't know no better. I ain't know what I was doing. Yeah, absolutely. We've all been there. Oh, okay.
Definitely.
So at this point, I was living in Brooklyn, and twice a week, not that one. And twice a week, I would take the toll, either to or from work. Because at this point in time, I was doing 2 days. My first 2 days, I was starting in the field and ending downtown. And then the last 2 days of the week, I would start downtown and end in the field. So 2 of those days out the week, I would take the toll either to or from work. This was back when our tolls only took cash, and when they just started really heavily implementing the Easy Pass thing. But you had like 6 plazas, and like 3 or 4 of them only took cash. I'm sorry. 3 or 4 of them took cash, and then the rest of them only took Easy Pass. So there would be several times. Well, first of all, on top of being young and dumb, also I was also dumb financially.
Yeah,
and wasn't in the best place financially.
Yeah,
so
I'll do it.
There would be several times where I would be so annoyed / tired on the commute home that I just wouldn't wait in the cash line, and I would just go through the Easy Pass lane.
Right.
Needless to say, all of those tolls and the associated fees added up.
Of course they did, and they just hit you.
No, nigga. So remember, the bill comes due.
That bill always comes due. Shout out the
so
boy.
I think back then the tolls were like $4, and the late fee was something crazy like $50. So then I think there was another convenience fee for going through the Easy Pass without an Easy Pass. You still had to pay your. No, hold on. It was something like it was $2 more to go through the Easy Pass instead of the cash if you didn't have an Easy Pass, and then on top of that, the late fee was $50, something like that. It was something ridiculous.
Right.
So, I didn't know all of that at the time, though. I had no clue.
Of course you did.
I accumulated a whole bunch of money that I owed the state. So I'm pretty sure that this collected over like a 2-year span. I didn't find out until I went to renew my registration after they got to the point where they were like, oh, fuck this nigga. But it wasn't immediate. After that point, there was months that passed because my registration still hadn't lapsed yet.
Right.
So I went to renew my registration, and they was like, nah, nigga, fuck you mean? You owe the state this many thousands of dollars. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Huh? And in my head, it's like, I can't even play dumb because I know I didn't. It was never top of mind. But seeing it, I was like, oh shit, I know exactly what that is. Like, got that. So I had to set up a payment plan, and the payment plan was I was able to renew my registration contingent upon the payment plan being set up.
Okay.
But I still was the same young and dumb person that collected this money. So I probably only ended up making like 3 payments. And then the payment plan ended. But in my head at the time, I was like, shit, my registration renewed for the next 2 years. What the fuck they gonna do?
What the fuck y'all gonna do?
Well, actually,
showed you what they was gonna do.
Even me being young and dumb, it actually benefited me. It actually turned out great because
Really?
the next step was garnishing my taxes. And I was like, oh, okay. The fuck you mean? Yeah, I can do that. Not my pay, my taxes.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Y'all not gonna take my weekly, but no, just go
ahead, by all means.
We can do that. So it took a few years before that started, but I had never gotten big tax returns. So it wasn't like a situation where like I was getting big tax returns every year and I was counting that in the budget or something like that. And now I was no longer going to have that. No, I never got big tax returns. So the fuck I care.
Right.
So one year, like I may have been scheduled to get like $78 back from the state.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck do I care about that going to back to the state? Like,
good point.
$78. So I would get the 78. It would say on my taxes that I was getting $78 back. Once that process and everything, I would get a letter saying that my tax return was intercepted by the Central Collection Unit. Perfect arrangement for me.
Yeah, out of your hands.
But just within the last few years of
always
becoming more financially savvy and making more money and all that other type of stuff, I had started getting better tax returns. And when I say better, I'm not talking about a bunch of thousands of dollars, no shit like that. But in the last 5 years or so, my average federal return is probably like $1,200. My average state return is probably like $650.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing crazy, but a far cry from $78.
Facts.
So I started to feel like, damn, I kind of want this to be over, so I can start getting.
You can start enjoying some of this money. Yeah.
So this year, they changed several things with the tax laws. Side note, y'all pay attention to y'all taxes because they changed. Well, it had the season has ended now, but keep those changes in mind moving forward because they made some impactful changes.
Some of them changes were actually made years ago and just
just took effect. Yeah, they're from Trump.
Yep.
Yeah, but they just took effect this past year, tax season. So one of those changes not only led to my state return being higher than my federal return, which is, I don't think I've ever had that happen.
Right.
But also my state return was significantly higher than any other state return I ever got. The problem though was I had no idea how much I still owed the state. So it was hard to get excited about it. Yeah, because it was like, damn, like how much do I owe them niggas? Because last year my state return was on the higher side. I think last year my state return was like 700 or 800 or something like that, and I just knew I was going to get some of that back. I just knew enough time had passed that I had paid this damn debt off, and I was going to get some, even if it was $50. I'd have been happy. Nah, that ain't happened. They took all that shit last year. And I'm like, damn.
My.
So now that I got this, I'm like, all right. I felt last year like maybe it could have been over. I feel like hopefully this year, with as much as I'm supposed to be getting back, well, we potentially find out in the future. But I felt like coming into this year, it was a slim chance that it had been paid off.
Right.
So nope. It wasn't paid off. Literally. But so they took a decent majority of the money, but I had leftover money, which means either one or two things. Either there is a maximum amount that they can take from each year,
right?
Or I'm finally done paying this motherfucker off.
Well, let's hope.
Let's hope it's the second one.
Yeah.
Can you find out?
Here's the problem that I always had, right? Because I didn't know how much I owed. Because when the only time I saw the amount was that first time when I set up the payment plan. After that, I had no reason to ever look at the amount because I knew I was stuck paying them for a while. So I don't remember how much it was. My fear was always, before my fear.
I'm gonna remind somebody.
Nigga. Because initially I was trying to find a way to do it online, and everything I led to said you had to call somebody. I'm like, nah. Nope. I'm not about to do that shit. Sometimes shit gets lost in the system.
Yep.
And then the moment you make some noise,
look,
oh yeah. And by the way,
oh, you were supposed to pay this all at once.
Right.
Yeah, nah, nigga, we not doing. So that's why I never went any further. So, like I said, the only two scenarios I can imagine is either there's a max they can take every year or I'm done. And I don't think there's a max. Actually, it could be a max because, like I said, this was higher than any other state return I ever had. So it could be that there is a max they can take every year. But it's either that or it's just done. So hopefully.
Or you are stuck in Groundhog Day.
In perpetuity.
until you leave the country. And even after. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna get citizenship up, so yeah.
So, but I did get a little bit of money back from there, and I'm waiting on my federal, which took fucking forever to be accepted. Like literally, all of the money, not all, the vast majority of the money that I got from the state is gone, and it was gone before my federal got accepted.
Wow. Oh, damn.
Oh, awesome, Dion. That means I'm clear.
Take it. You get from the state.
That means I'm clear. All right, good shit. Right. So yeah, that money was gone by the time, as a matter of fact, days before I got the notification that my federal had been accepted. I'm like, my federal is nowhere near. Like, and I'm like, yo, it's a couple bucks. Why the fuck y'all ain't just? But anyway, that finally got through, so that's on the way. But what did I do with that money? Mostly boring adult stuff.
Yeah.
Put some money.
When you get past a certain age, all that shit.
Yeah. Mostly
money don't really be toys. Yeah.
Put some money on some credit cards. Put some aside for some car maintenance and stuff like that.
Yeah, they got us, bro. They got us.
Oh,
they told us.
Yeah.
Okay, wait till you're an adult. You can do what you want.
Nigga.
No, that's a lie.
0 stars. Don't recommend.
Nah.
Shit, bullshit. But the rest went towards home automation.
Robots.
Nigga. So y'all know I'm a techie, clearly. Y'all also know I try to be as efficient as possible in general. Home automation is literally the marriage between those two concepts. It's not that I'm new to using automation, clearly, and it's not that I'm new to knowing about home automation, clearly. It's that I've never really been in position for it to make sense for me to dive into it before. Like when I did have any house that I was living in, there was too much going on for me to do it. And then when there wasn't too much going on for me to do it, I was living in an apartment. So I felt like it didn't make sense for me to really get big into it like that. So this is the first opportunity I really ever had. And of course, I dove in and immediately made a rookie mistake. Because that's how this thing works. That's how it's supposed to go. And it wasn't a big mistake. It was just part of the reason I made the mistake was it's been a while since I've really dabbled in any kind of automation on the setup end of things. The other part is I wasn't sure how far I wanted to go into it, and the house needed things. Like we needed to get things that couldn't wait for me to figure out what the fuck I was doing with that. Because like don't get me wrong, it's a convenience, but it's also partly a hobby. So there were other things that were more important that needed to happen then.
What I would suggest for next time, the next house y'all get or whatever.
Nigga.
Don't do that.
We're not thinking about
when
that.
are we moving in? He said never.
We're moving when it's supposed to be here anymore. And
currently, by then, automation will be a lot easier, and it will be almost like a no-brainer.
I'm not doing that. Hold on. I'm glad you said I'm not doing that shit. I'm glad you said I'm actually if I go to another topic before I address that, remind me. Because
okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit. All right, so but like I said, so I got like for instance, the biggest thing. And I didn't spend a whole bunch of money
on his ass, show. Yeah, on his ass.
I mean, moving was fun. I'm sure it was fun for you.
Go away. So with the mistake, like I said, it's not the biggest mistake in the world, and I didn't spend a bunch of money to do the things that I did. So it's just that they're not the best things moving forward. So like the most prevalent example is light bulbs. The light bulbs that I got are the best bulbs to have for the type of system that I'm doing. But they weren't expensive. And I've already started replacing them. So like, but it's just time that I wouldn't have had to put in if I had did it right from the beginning. But
you broke it.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
The house is robots.
Shut up.
The house is robots.
So this shit is a rabbit hole. And you know how we do with rabbit holes.
Go down them.
Exactly.
What's the purpose of having a rabbit hole?
Exactly. You this guy gets it.
Yeah.
So
yes, Dion, we live with robots.
Oh, shut up, both of you.
Listen, I better get used to it. This is the future.
Facts. Chrissy's scared of the future. So many people. Yo, the crazy thing about that me making that post is I'm sure the vast majority of people that liked it have no idea what I'm talking about.
Right.
But they just like the post because it's me and Chrissy, and I guess they find
Of course.
Oh, Dion, that's my fear. I probably got an air tag at this point.
That's Apple. I don't do it.
Oh, wait a second. Hey, Pa, did you tell Chrissy to stop being scared of robots?
It didn't want to listen.
Hey, Chrissy, it's time to put those robot fears to rest. Sure, they can seem a bit intimidating at first, but most robots are designed to be helpful, not scary. Think about it. They're just advanced machines programmed by humans to make our lives easier. They can help with all sorts of tasks, from manufacturing cars to exploring distant planets to providing friendly AI assistants like me. So don't worry, Chrissy. Embrace the future and give robots a chance. You might just be pleasantly surprised at how cool and useful they can be.
Thank you, Pa.
They can't see that. It's delayed.
You're welcome, Landon. Always happy to lend a friendly voice to help put someone's mind at ease, especially when it comes to the ever-evolving world of technology. After all, it's about embracing progress and understanding the many ways it can benefit us all, including our robot friends.
Exactly. Listen to Pi. Me and Pi talk all the time, and yeah, she makes sense.
Yo.
No.
All right. So listen. So the thing about it though is it's given me something tech-based
Sean P.
to challenge myself with.
Yeah.
That I hadn't had in years. So that's amazing. What up, Sean? Some of it is super fucking technical stuff, and I'm dealing with so on top of the fact that some of it is super technical, I'm dealing with a house that has Android and Apple. Wow. And I'm renting. So the setup is taking a little while, but the challenge and the convenience are absolutely worth it. Like from the most complicated things, like scheduling certain things to happen at a certain time in a certain order, to something as simple as not having to use 3 fucking remotes to work the entertainment system in the living room. Like, like that, like that's probably my favorite thing that I've set up so far. Like, I don't have to. Okay, I got to get this remote to turn the TV on, and I got to get this remote to change the Fire Stick and work the Fire Stick. Then I got to get this remote. Like, no, I don't want to do all that. It's too many remotes. So now I could just pick my phone up and do it all on my phone. It's so much easier. It's so much more convenient.
I mean, but Chris, as you can see by the look on Chrissy's face, she doesn't want to live with C3PO. She doesn't want to live with R2D2.
That's not true. She's fucking
Jarvis.
You know the funny thing about that is she's doing her normal thing that she does. She's just resisting the beginning. Well, maybe, but
no. Here's the thing: I don't resist certain parts of it.
Right.
Like I already had a Roku remote on my phone. I
there you go.
had certain things. It's the little thingies. Specifically those. You haven't even talked about those.
Yo, you hear what she just said? And this is the point of the little things.
The little thingies.
No, I know what she's talking about.
Damn.
Nigga, facts, Dion.
Okay. So what happened was and I was giving them a tour of the house, but I left my phone downstairs. And the way we turn on the light is the phone. So I went to the light and I was like, crap, because I don't want to mess nothing up. So I had to be like, hey, could you turn on the light in the bedroom? And the kid was like, what?
See, that context actually, I get it.
No, absolutely. No, 100%. It wasn't crazy. No, it wasn't crazy.
I don't mind the light thing, except for the fact that I feel like it's faster for me to just turn it on. Like,
it's not faster.
If I walk in the bedroom, it's quicker for me to go like
that's only because it's not done. If you walk in the bathroom, the bathroom, the only room that's actually done, and there's still a couple things that need to be done, is the bathroom. If you walk in the bathroom, it's not faster for you to turn the switch.
No, the current setup.
It's not a setup. It's
you know what you need to do?
That's the issue.
You need to get one of the robots that like vacuum the floor, just goes around and cleans the floor.
I'm not doing that. That's too much money.
I did want one of those at one point.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not against it.
But it's just annoying.
Oh, okay. Then she might be against it. No, she might be against it. I'm not against it.
Sitting there and it's like, oh, there's some dirt here.
No, but you can. Here's the thing. I'm not against it. I'm not clamoring for it either. The whole vacuum thing, I can take it or leave it.
No, you know what? I'm kind of with you with that because I'm just gonna wait until we get like the whole thing. Like the motherfucker to stand about 5'5", walking around this motherfucker picking shit up, cleaning the dishes and all that shit. Like, yeah, I'll wait. I don't need the little flat thing rolling around because I got cats in here. That's all they're gonna be doing is chasing that motherfucker all over the place.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But like, okay, so all I was saying was, yes, the way the bathroom is set up, you're right. But currently, the way that the bedroom and the living room is set up, it takes me longer to pick up my phone, even if it's in my hand. Let's say it's in my hand. Unlock my phone, go to the app, push the button, then go to the part of the house. Okay, we're in the living room. Turn on the light. By then, I would have turned on the lights 20 times.
That's only because you're overthinking it. That's literally because you're overthinking it. Like that last part, the last step that you mentioned isn't a step. Why would you think about doing that and then go to the room that the light is in?
Well, see what happens. I usually do that way. Like I don't go to. I'll go into the room. I'll go into the room and I'll be like, oh crap, because my brain is still on. Right. Turn on the light.
Right.
So I go into the room and I'm like, oh, now I'm in the room and it's pitch black. Okay, let me go do this. It's not recognizing my face because it's pitch black in here, and so it takes more time. But yes, if I had the thought to like, if I had to pre-think about it, like, oh, I'm about to go upstairs. Let me turn on the light. Then yes. but my mind is not there yet.
Stop. It won't have to be. That's the point. And that is exactly why I did the bathroom in the midst of doing everything else, because it was the simplest thing to do. And I wanted that to be feature complete so that I could show her and get her used to what the fuck was going on.
You probably should have waited till the next generation of them where you can just think it and the light will come on.
Right. At this point. But yes, the bathroom, now I can't mess it up because he has taped the switch.
Yo, this is ass.
Listen, I wasn't going to be I'm not going to say that.
Yes.
I'm not going to say that.
But again, as a millennial.
Well, sometimes it's not her being blonde, though. Sometimes it's her thinking too hard.
Right. As
That's
a millennial,
true.
my brain is not set up for that.
That's not how it works.
It's
like,
not.
Okay, fine. I've never.
Millennials are the tech generation.
Yeah,
it just got more.
I'm not.
You're not allowed to say that.
Used to it. What I'm saying is, the reason I don't have my phone open and all ready to it before I go in the room is because right now I'm like, oh, I flip a switch when I go in the room. Like my mind is still on.
Facts.
I flip a switch.
Right.
That's facts.
So yeah, the bathroom is automatic. So I walk in.
And people who come in your house and can I go to the bathroom? They don't have that phone, so they got to remember to ask you, hey, yo, could you turn the light on?
No, the bathroom is automatic.
No, the bathroom's automatic.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's why it has to be automatic, because otherwise it would be us like, here we go.
Ain't no fucking way. And that's the point. That's the point that I was making. There's no fucking way that I would make it so that you had to have your phone in your hand to go in the bathroom and use the bathroom when it's dark outside. No, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. And that's kind of the point that I'm making. Like the point of like, yes, technically it's a hobby, but the point of it isn't to make it a hobby. You make it a hobby by doing all this experimental shit all the time and everything. No,
like his ass.
Back when I was in my 20s, maybe I would have did it that way.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for all that shit now. I don't. This is a project that has.
You know what though? I actually think that it's all for the good, because you do have to. Things is moving fast. I just got finished talking to James before we come. Shit is moving fast. And you do want, you are going to have to condition yourself to think about just regular shit a little different, because stuff moving fast. That tech is like it was just
one of the things that keeps you young-minded.
Yeah, that's true. That and being a natural troll, but other than that, like other than that, like just 2 years ago we got ChatGPT.
Yep.
Now that shit's integrated in so much shit now, it's ridiculous. Shit's moving fast. And now that y'all done brought that up, because I know we did have something like that for the second kitchen down here. We had a setup with the Amazon Echo where we told it to turn the light on, and it turned the light on. But that shit don't work now. I don't know what the fuck happened. But probably. But probably. But I'm thinking, we probably need to start doing some changing up around this motherfucker too, and just getting everybody accustomed to shit changing, bro. Shit changing.
Yeah. So I mean, it's really coming along. Another look. I got her to the point where like I'm involving her in planning some of this shit. So I'm like, hey, what about if I do this and then do this and then all right, hold up. So what's every potential scenario that can come up that's gonna stop this from working the way it works? Okay, boom. So how do you feel about this? And so yeah, she like I said, she
dragged into the robots.
If that's what you want to call it,
we live with robots,
right? Like
no, because one night while he's trying to get the bathroom situated, and I'm laying in the bed, he's like, "All right, I need you to go in the bathroom and stay in there and see if you can get the light to stay on." And I'm like, "Okay, why can't you do it?" He's like, "Because I already know how that works, and I probably will move a certain way to do it. So I need you to go do it."
Right.
So this happened about
double blind study.
5 times.
Mhm.
But then now it's fixed. So yes, it works. It's just right now I only see the convenience in the TV and the bathroom.
That's because those are things that are done.
Right.
Right.
I'm not saying that you're not right. I'm just saying currently those are my feelings.
Right.
I'm saying you're not right.
It might change.
Well, you're wrong.
Oh.
So the funny thing, another thing that slows the process down, I even hold you.
Mhm.
It's me, bro. Like, what are you? So the sheer number of things that there is the potential to do,
Yeah.
and the number of ways available to do each of them.
Yeah.
So Chrissy randomly
I
has nothing
apologize,
to do.
Chrissy. I apologize.
It had nothing to do with this at all. She randomly mentioned to me a couple days before I started really digging into this that she had like 40 tabs open on her web browser on her phone.
Dude, I got like 40 open on my thing. It's
a thing. It's a sickness. So at that time, I was like, oh, I wonder how many I got on my phone. I had only had like 30. So I'm like, damn, you get today, nigga, right now, it's probably like 55.
Of course.
Like,
but I just want to remind you that 30 is still a lot.
No, listen.
That part.
Whatever, nigga. Like, I don't understand. Look, I was beating both of y'all. Like, what are we talking about? Now I have something else that I'm looking into. So yeah, they only went up by 15. Leave me alone.
Yes.
Well, actually 20, but whatever. So, because what happened? I mean, I don't gotta explain it to him, but for everybody else listening, what happens is I see a thing I want to implement. I think about how I can do it, but I don't have time to do this the way that I want to do it. So I have to leave this tab open because I don't want to search for it again, because it might have took me a little while to find out the one that I was interested in doing the way that I want to do it. All right, cool. I find something else that I want to implement. But I don't have the device that's necessary to do the thing that I want to do, and that's going to take a little while to get here. So I'm gonna leave this tab open because I don't want.
Listen, bro, it's almost like you're reciting my life. Currently. Like, shit is garbage. Yo.
That's how that shit go, yo. That's how my brain works. I can't help that part of it, but doing this has actually been really good for my mental health. And I'm really because I'm back to a point where, so the whole imposter syndrome thing, right? Mm-hmm. Because I am a techie, when you go so long without having anything that's challenging to you that you're currently engaging in, it kind of makes me feel, hell no, Jason, ain't no way. Listen, that would help a normal person. Yeah, that would help a normal person. Will not help me. Would you like that to happen, Dion?
Hey, yo, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Would you like that to happen, Dion? I can set it up for you.
Like, well, the robots greet me at the door.
So okay, but yeah, so like there are times when like I think of it and I'm like, I'm a techie, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I'm not doing nothing. Like,
I already know.
This
is him with rap too.
Thanks.
Like, you could have released 30 albums in 4 months, and then that 5th month when you ain't releasing nothing, you don't rap. You don't really rap.
Right. It's just how my brain works, yo. It's how my brain works. But the worst part about all of this is what the advanced and the technologically dense things that I'm doing are not what the fuck she's calling robots. No. What she's calling robots is the fucking NFC tags.
Yeah. I figured it was
the lowest technology thing about this entire setup is the thing that she's calling robots. Because the first day that I got the goddamn NFC tags,
you got the robot.
You got clotheslines and shit. them little clothesline pins and shit. Saying, get these
Nigga.
robots out of here.
Bro, like
He can tell it to do anything.
that, but that's yeah,
A
Well,
little dot.
only technically true.
What?
Here's the thing. NFC technology has been around
Yes.
since
yes.
been pimping. Since been pimping.
Okay, that's true, but for instance, y'all grandkids gonna be saying the same shit about some stuff that we gonna be still looking
thanks.
at like, what the
No,
fuck
thanks.
is this?
100%. But she's not my grandmother.
Oh, damn.
So that analogy doesn't work in this situation.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
But no. No, it's funny. I understand why it's so foreign to her because most people, I would argue probably, most people have never actually just seen an NFC tag. Like,
Yeah,
you deal with the technology, but most
Right.
people have never just seen an NFC tag.
that's true.
So, like, if you use your phone tap to pay for anything, you're using NFC. If you
Yeah.
have a card with one of those little chips on it, which the vast majority of you have to have because your banks require it, you're using
Facts.
NFC.
These are
But
facts.
people don't know that because it's the techie side of it. Like, if you would have said any of those two things that I just said to a person, they would automatically understand what you're talking about. Once I
True.
start using the word NFC, it's a little different because everybody
Yeah.
else,
They don't know
Everybody
about
don't know
that
that.
nomenclature. Yeah.
yeah.
I
That's a
just
good
sent
point.
you a picture, Dion.
It's so what happened is the first day I got them, because I'm intimately familiar with that technology. So I'm like, I already know how to do this.
James and Chrissy's house. Right here. So they live with robots. They live with robots right now. So
Nigga.
yeah.
You would think that this is what was going on if you listen to her.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
They're not everywhere. They're in a box.
There's 40 something of them, and that's what
There's
I was
40
thinking.
robots.
Yo, and hold up. I'm glad you just did that. That is the point that I'll be making, right? So she'll say a thing that's not true because it was the first thing that came to her mind when she was trying to express the thought. She said, because they're everywhere. Nigga, they are all currently in one
In a
place.
box.
They're going to be
In a box.
It's the fact that he said when they came and I saw them, I'm like, so what are you gonna do with them? He's like, I don't know. There's like 40 something of them, and all I could think is they're about to be in all these random places.
No, Mike said bot culture.
By the way, it took me less than a minute to make that picture using a robot. Just
Right.
so you
Yes,
know.
a robot in a picture of the robots. But yeah, like I said, I understand because when I say okay, you can use them for anything, she hears I'm going to use them for anything. That's
No,
not what I said.
she hears I'm going to use them for everything. See, the way
Right.
you said it, but the way you actually said it was all calm, cool. Yeah, this makes sense. But the way she heard it, you are a
Right.
mad scientist over there rubbing your hands.
Exactly.
I'll use them
Nigga.
for everything. And then
Right.
lightning goes off in the background.
The reason I bought 40 of them is because they cost like 10 cents per.
Yeah, but just saying that I bought 40 of them without all that other context.
Right.
Sounds
It absolutely
crazy.
sounds wild. Shit. No, that's what I said. I understand. I completely understand. But like, matter of fact, let me see. I promise you, if I find because here's the thing. Especially now that because this was still before. This was when I knew I wanted to do it. I just didn't know how I was going to implement it.
Mhm.
So, but I knew that at least one tag would come in handy somewhere.
Well, yeah.
So that's why I went ahead and bought them. And you have, you buy them and you don't know what you're necessarily going to use them for. The last thing I want to do is start implementing something and then I don't have enough of the thing. This fucking thing costs, let me see. It was $8 for a box of 40. That's why I bought 40 because they're fucking cheap as fuck. I might never use them. There's one that is out of the box.
Right.
I might not use another one of them. I may not use another one of them.
Wait, was it
Don't
the one
you
that you
understand?
told to say hi?
Oh, I'm sorry. They're two. They're two out of the box, but they are in the same spot. One of them, the first one, I literally took out just to test it, like literally to test it. And then the second one, I gave it, I programmed it. But again, that was before I figured out the system that I was using. So that's obsolete now. That don't even work no more. And here's the funniest part of all this is y'all heard how she's been reacting.
Yes.
Robots. The funniest part of this all is that one day we were downstairs in the living room and she pulled her phone out and she was like, "Can I still use the robot?" And I'm like, "No, because it has changed and it's not going to do what you think it's going to do."
And then I was like, "Bruh,
I have to reprogram it."
That's James in his house. That's robots.
because my instinct is to grab the remote. I don't want to mess the robots up. So I took my phone and scanned the little robot.
That just sounds so wild, yo.
Right. So thank you. Like, that sounds so crazy when you say it like that.
I don't want to mess the robots up.
And I scanned it. I know he's working hard on it. I don't understand it, but I know he's working hard on it.
He's working hard on something over there. Right.
I took the phone and scanned it, and nothing happened. And I was like, "The robot's not working." And then he's like,
"Yes, no, I did break it. I interrupted what the current functionality was of that thing. Yes, I absolutely. This is one time where I can absolutely say
not working.
Oh, the question, right? Right. No, thank you. Like,
that's hilarious, yo.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, every point that she is making is a valid and accurate point. Yes. It just sounds funny as fuck.
It do sound funny. She said the robot's not working. He broke the robot.
I broke the robot. Which the sentiment that she's getting across is accurate. It's what happened. It's just
me calling them robots. So originally I called it a robot because he showed me what it was doing. All I saw was this little white thing, and he scanned it, and then his phone said, "Hello, James' phone." And I was like, "No, absolutely not. Get that thing out of my house." Because at this point, all I see is him put a phone up to something, and it know that it's his phone.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. I've talked about this before, but I want to. I just wanted to bring it up again because we always like to, do the teachable moments thing. Mm-hmm. But so for the people that do actually have a fear of this type of things, understand that AI is slightly different. Yes. We're still not talking about AI. We're still not talking about AI. AI is slightly different. But with a lot of these things that have and this is one of the reasons why AI doesn't have the word smart involved with it. Exactly. Generally, when we talk about things and we use the word smart, what is more accurate to the layman to help you get over your fear is dumb.
Yeah.
Not smart, dumb.
Sure.
This thing that is branded as a smart thing will only do what you tell it to do.
Facts.
And nothing else. Nothing more, nothing less. So the reason and the words that she just used is it knows that it's your phone. It knows nothing. I told it that was the phone, and it's simply regurgitating the information that I gave to it. So people that are actually scared of this type of stuff, please think about it in that way. It only does what you tell it to do. It's just like computers, just like fucking smartphones. It only tells if it's doing it, somebody told it to do it.
I'm laughing inside while you're saying this because I know that in a few years that's going to be an irrelevant statement.
Yeah, it's going to be different. It's going to be different then. That's a whole different conversation that we can have. But for anything that is currently branded as smart,
yeah, it's not
facts,
smart.
Jason. Facts, Jason. Garbage
It's
in,
not
garbage
smart.
out.
Yeah,
Anything that's currently branded as smart,
it's not
dumb.
smart. Yeah, it's dumb as fuck. It is. It's dumb.
And I know like older people, that's always the thing that trips them up. Because it's not doing what I want it to do, because you didn't tell it to do what you wanted it to do.
But you know what? Not even just for older people. As kids, I watched with the video game shit. It's not letting me do that.
Yep.
You got the controller, B.
Right. You are in control of this.
You are in control of the chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's user error.
No,
Especially running in front of robots in the house like
yo. I can't stand this. What's it right in front of the
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
go ahead.
How did he get his phone to program that specific one, and each one can have different commands? It just goes over my head. So no, I'm not afraid of
how
now
he does it.
Now I'm gonna call them robots.
Yeah, no, that's all they are to me now. I won't call them anything else. They're robots. Like that's it now. That's it.
Difficult to install depends on the person and depends on what you're trying to do.
How long is this between keyboard and
Oh, I'm glad you said that's facts, Mike. I'm glad you said this, Betty. Betty said, "What happens when you have TV, fridge, microwave, kettle, etc. running by your phone, and the police come to take your phone or freeze it if they suspect anything you can't eat?" So the exact honestly, that's a common concern with certain things, right? Because actually, we brought this example up. Like, what do you do if you don't have your phone at the time? You got to go back and get your phone. Well, for anything that's done in this house, no, because with the TV, the remotes still exist. We didn't burn them in a fire; they're still sitting right there. With the bathroom, it's completely not dependent on the phone at all. There's a sensor in the bathroom that senses movement. So
I have a better dilemma for you. What happens when the police comes to your house to take you, but the robots won't let them?
That's not a dilemma. That's some Terminator shit.
That's a benefit.
Right.
I'm waiting for that day to come when I got the motherfucker here like
listen. If I had a little bit more money, a little bit more time, I might be able to set that up.
Listen.
But anyway, moving on. So I had jury duty this week.
Ew.
Well, that's what I thought initially of this particular experience because it was at Altausen.
Oh,
no. Listen, again, that's what I initially thought. No, it was fine. I left.
You could have got out of that, right?
Well, here's the thing.
If you'd have walked in there with a Jesus was a black man t-shirt on, they'd have kicked you the fuck out.
That's funny. Okay. All right.
Not get out.
Shut up. So it was pretty decent. Going there, I left early enough that traffic wouldn't be heavy yet.
Okay.
I was able to stop and grab breakfast. So I wasn't super hungry, chilling.
You didn't want to be half hungry.
Joe, you stupid. I ain't gonna hold you. There was a brief moment when I thought that it was just gonna be a super, super quick day, like super, super quick. Because when I got there, because they said report by 8 o'clock. I'm like, all right, bet. When I went to sign in, it was 7:58. And I was the first and only person there. For like 10 minutes. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. Nah, nigga. Everybody was just late. So everybody comes in. First of all, I hate driving to Towson. And I hate driving in Towson because the parking is fucking terrible. But they
I hate being in Towson.
Well, no, I
don't
like
even
being
like
in
to be
Towson.
there.
No, I like being in Towson. Towson's pretty nice. But like I said, they validate parking. Second, it's been like a decade since I've had jury duty in Towson.
Oh wow!
And everything is different. Like everything is different from the last time I went because
I gotta get more of these made, Dion. I don't even have no more of these in stock.
Why ain't you put it on the site? Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. So when the pandemic happened and they had to figure out a new way to do jury duty. Apparently these fucking changes didn't happen in the city. But when they left the courthouse, obviously, and they rented out, so I can't remember, they rented someplace out for them to do the jury duty thing. So that people had enough space and blah, 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 all that other type stuff to be COVID compliant. And when they came back, they was like, all right, there are things from that experience that we can take from that to implement to our everyday to make the experience better. For
more institutions did that shit. Because this shit is ridiculous to have all these. This is a bunch of good shit. It is a fucked up time. But it was a bunch of good shit that came from that we started to realize we could have been doing this all along.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, for instance, when the last time I went to Towson, when you get in there, there's like 3 or 4 different rooms. You're assigned to one of the rooms. You go to that room. That room is just the room. There might be a bathroom or 2 that is close. Then there's also a cafeteria area where if you want to eat, you have to leave the room and go to the cafeteria area. And the cafeteria area has the speaker so that you can hear if you get called. But some speaker don't always work. And also, it was a bunch of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's one big ass room. There's enough space to spread out a little bit. You don't gotta be all up on somebody. That area has 6 fucking bathrooms.
Oh, geez.
There's no cafeteria area. You can eat in the room. There's fucking vending machines right there. Like, they made the experience so much better. And that was like super surprising. But then on top of all of that, because I was like, all right, probably gonna be here all day. At least they've made these changes. That makes things a little bit better, you know?
Yeah.
Then he was like, there are 42 cases on the docket. I said, God damn it. But all 42 cases were settled before 1:30.
Oh, y'all about to get out of there. That's what's up.
Oh, nigga. He came in, he was like, yeah, we had 42 cases on the docket, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that, blah, blah, blah. The good news is, you guys get to go home. Generally, we would wait until after lunch and let y'all take lunch first, but one of the judges was doing something, and he was like, nah, we just gonna skip that. Because generally they want a judge to come see the people at least.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He was like, nah, nope, we're not doing that. It's because it's so close to lunchtime, to what would still be considered lunchtime. He was like, we're just gonna go ahead and let y'all go. So I had no issue.
You gotta love it.
I ain't gonna hold you. My battery was about to die on my phone because I didn't have it fully charged when I
should have recharged the robot.
Listen, I should have had a robot charge my phone for me.
I knew it.
All right, so work stuff. Work stuff. So one of the jobs got a new copier. We use these big ass machines at most of our jobs that are the multi-purpose, like printer, copy, fax, all that other shit.
We got 2
combos.
We got 2.
Word.
One downstairs and one upstairs.
So whenever we get a new one, I have to be there to generally make sure things go smoothly with the install. Mm-hmm. Mind you, though, there's no technical reason why the install wouldn't go smoothly. It's human interference. It's human interference.
That is a technical reason.
No, nigga. I mean technological. When I say technical in this,
my fault.
Yes,
I misunderstood.
So we lease these machines from a company who also services them, but they have a way that they want the machines to be set up, and we have a way that we want the machines to be set up, and those ways conflict. They conflict with each other. So if I'm there, I can watch them do all the back-breaking work of bringing the big-ass machine into the building, moving the old one aside, putting the new one in its place, physically connecting it, putting the IP address in it, and then I could be like, all right, get the fuck out. I can stop them right there. Your services are no longer needed.
Time to leave.
Yeah.
Potency.
Hey. So, but if I'm not there, they might start messing with things.
Of course they
and more importantly, selling our staff dreams that I would have to be the one to dash. So there are several things in this category, but I'll give you one. So since we lease them, we pay for usage. The machines keep reports of everything that the machines do. This company has a piece of software that can check that automatically. But that would mean giving them more access to our network than we feel comfortable doing.
And y'all not doing it.
We're not about to do that shit. Yeah, the average employee doesn't understand that though. The average employee just knows that if the software is installed, that's one less thing that they have to do.
Well, the average employee needs to get his head out of his ass.
But that's the point that I'm making. It's no point of even getting to that point where they hear the pitch for the software. No, it's a no. It's not happening. We're not doing this shit. You're going to have to get your monkey ass up, walk over to the copier, print out the damn report, and send it to them that way. Or call them on the phone if you want to. However you want to do it within the purview of physically going to the copier, we good.
Figure it out.
Outside of that, outside of that, shit not happening. It's just not happening. Y'all don't know nothing about network security. Y'all don't know nothing about that. I don't feel like having to explain that every fucking time. So if I'm there ahead of time, I'm introduced as IT. So the person that's installing it doesn't even bother to ask the other people any questions. They ask me all the questions. So they generally never even hear about this. Normally, whenever we get a new one, the vice president, what up, Cindy?
Hey, what's up, Cindy?
Normally, whenever we get a new one, the vice president who's in charge of operations lets my department know.
Cindy forgot it was Saturday. God damn, she working hard.
That's done. Bro. Generally, when we get a new one, the vice president in charge of operations lets my department know that a new one's coming and when it's coming so that I can be there to assist in setup. This time, there was no information on when it was coming. So last Friday, not yesterday, last Friday, I get a random call from somebody on the east side. That's my west side day, so I wasn't over there. I get a random call from somebody. Yeah, I get a random call from somebody telling me that the guy's at the location trying to install a copy and he's running into some issues. I'm like, all right, cool, give me the number. So I call the location and I tell the guy what's to change and whatnot. Because he's like, hey, I'm here trying to set up such and such and such, and this is this. And then I'm like, wait, don't touch that. Leave that alone. Okay. Don't touch that. Leave that alone. Don't even look at that. And this you can go ahead and change. He's like, all right, cool.
You told that man don't even look at it. Don't even go over there.
Listen, we're not doing all that. So he was like, all right, cool. He said that what he was working on, he said that we got that finished. I get a call about 20 minutes later saying that the guy can't do something on one of the computers. So I let them know, don't worry about that. I'll take care of that next time I come out. Because that would have required me giving him the administrative password. And again, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. So Monday, I get there and I start doing what I need to do. One of the ladies that works at this particular location was away from her desk, and I needed to get to her desk to complete the job that I was trying to do. So I sit down at her desk. She comes back as I'm sitting at her desk. What you doing? I ignore her because who the fuck you talking? No, literally. So literally, who are you talking to? But then figuratively, who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So after a couple seconds, hi James. Oh, hey, how you doing? What you doing? I'm setting the scanner up. You know what the fuck I'm here for. You absolutely know what I'm here for. You know why I'm here. But like I said, I tell her anyway. Then she proceeds to stand over my shoulder watching the screen. Oh, bet. Since we're at work, I can't cuss you out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a bunch of random nothing and take all the time in the world to do the simple thing that was initially going to take me 30 seconds to do.
Right.
Now we'll be here for 3-4 minutes. Because you're getting on my fucking nerves. Like,
it's going to take a long time. Listen, I'm about to inconvenience the fuck out of you.
Nigga. Because it's, first of all, it's none of your fucking concern what I'm doing.
No.
Reword that.
It's none of your business. Mind your business.
That part. You work for this company. This is a company computer, not your personal one.
Right.
And you don't know shit about computers.
Right. Or as Floyd Mayweather's father used to say, you don't know shit about boxing. So it's the same thing with this. Don't ask me any questions. If I was to explain this to you, would you really understand it anyway? Fuck out of here.
And here's the thing. I asked that question to normal people in my life. Not like that, obviously.
Right.
But like for instance, Chrissy, like when I'm working on one of the automations, like, what does this do? I'm like, do you really want me to tell you? Because I understand how I when I start explaining the thing, if it's technical, then there's a whole thing with that. I'm like, do you really want to tell
if Chrissy's anything like me, in halfway in the middle of things is like, board already leaving. Like that's what board already leaving. Like,
no, I don't think she has that gene inside of her. She's
yeah.
I'm calling Cat. No, I'm calling Cat because you nosy as fuck. Yeah, I'm sorry. You almost caught me. You almost caught me.
Shut up.
You almost caught me. They had us in the bottom of the eighth, coach. But we came back.
Mind your business. Mind your business.
Like, leave me the fuck alone. You don't know what's going on. If I told
you don't know a damn thing.
You wouldn't know what's going on.
Right.
I go to leave and she like, do it still work the same?
Oh my God. Will you leave me alone?
Right. Moving on. Nigga. So
I push your computer over.
That's funny. Because I'd had to be the one to fix it, nigga. So this was Thursday, I think. I was at another office and I saw the wildest shit. And every now and then, something happens in one of these rental offices that reminds me why I could never be a fucking rental agent. I just couldn't. It wouldn't work for me. It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be prudent. I'd be fired. So there was one rental agent at their desk at this particular moment. Everybody else was busy doing other things. They were busy working, and nobody was physically sitting at their desk except for this one lady. And she was phone assisting someone. Two people walk into the office. The agent, without hesitation, didn't lose a step. Put the person that she was on the phone with on hold. Like, could you hold on for me? I have to assist somebody else real quick. Puts them on hold. Says to the people that walked in, "Hey, you're here for such address, right?" The lady says, "Yes." The agent says, "Okay, I just need you to sign this paper." The lady immediately goes to 10.
Oh, damn.
I've already signed the paper.
Why?
The agent
Why?
keeps her composure. Well, no, you signed this, but this paper is the last paper that you have to sign in order for this process to be complete. Give me a pen. Agent still keeps her composure. Finds and hands the lady a pen.
Mhm.
Lady takes pen and walks out of the office.
What?
Wait a minute.
What?
While she's walking out of the office, she's mumbling and under her breath.
Oh, she calling you all kinds of motherfuckers.
Oh, sorry. No. Actually, hell no. No way in the world. Listen to me clearly. I don't have the temperament to be able to successfully navigate that situation.
Yeah.
I simply don't.
Yeah.
I would like to say that I would be able to handle it. I would like to believe. I would like to
believe that shit.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. I would like to believe that I would be able to keep my composure in that scenario. There are a lot of scenarios that people tend to react greatly to that when I'm faced with, I'm able to keep my composure. I don't believe that's one of them.
No.
I
Who
don't
the fuck are you?
Right. 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 Right.
Immediately. And so when she got out of the earshot, the agent was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not helping her when she comes back in here. I said, I don't blame you. And the agent walked into the manager's office to try to tell them what happened. And I walked right in there with her. And it's like, no, I saw the whole thing. She did exactly what she was supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly what she was supposed to do. She handled that perfectly from jump. From the, okay, let me put you on hold because somebody's walking in right in front of me real quick. I'm a quick hold. Boom. Oh, I know what you're here for. You ain't even got to ask me nothing. Here you go.
Right.
How does that lead to you wilding somebody out?
Well,
people are fucking.
People be on bullshit, bro. I'm telling you. People be on bullshit.
There's no way in the world. There's no. I.
Here's the problem with any customer service place thing that deals with people.
It's people.
That.
But also, people are stupid.
People are stupid.
They have the capacity to understand that just because you had an interaction with one person, that it has nothing to do with the other people. Like you were talking about the restaurant thing earlier. I've seen it so many times where people get mad at the server for something the kitchen did.
Yep.
Nothing to do with the other thing.
Right.
They burnt my food. So now I'm going to take it out on the server.
Right.
No.
Yeah. I've seen it too. I've seen it a million times. People are stupid. And it's two parts to that. It's one, people are stupid. It's two, they don't think they are. That combination right there is annoying as fuck.
He is dumb, but he knows that
he is dumb.
And that almost
makes him smart.
It's really that simple.
Yeah.
Being self-aware is an S tier quality.
Yes.
Like, this is why when y'all tune into this show and you hear me and James on a regular basis call ourselves jackasses and dumb, it's because we are being aware of the things we don't know and the things that we are really stupid about. Because we have an awareness that's true. Yeah, we know some shit, but there's a lot of shit we don't fucking know, right? And that's acknowledging that there's going to be things we don't fucking know. The average person that I've come across, they may think that in theory, but they don't really believe it.
No, they don't practice it.
They don't. Like, you are fucking dumb.
Yeah.
You fucking dumb. You know what? You know when I knew how dumb I was? I started doing. My music started taking off with a certain audience.
Yo, Jason. Wait, I'm not the name.
Facts. So it afforded me to be in contact with people who I never probably would have met before. Some of these people were working scientists in the field. working on Large Hadron Colliders. There's one guy that's head of research in the National Science Foundation in DC.
Did anybody go to
They're
CERN?
fans. Right. Well, I think one, Ralph. I think
Okay.
Ralph from Germany. Before then, I thought I was pretty astute when it came to science. Talking to someone who actually knows about that shit
It's
will
different.
definitely put you in your place about
It's
that
different.
shit. It's
Absolutely.
different.
Absolutely. And that's a really good point. Like for years I've known people are dumb, right? But what really solidified it for me and made me actually realize that there wasn't hope was
Hope is for suckers.
bruh, was the biggest discourse around that first round of vaccines.
Yeah.
When the biggest fight back that anybody that didn't want to take it, that was arguing in good faith. When the biggest deterrent for them was, we don't know what's in it.
Yeah.
You don't know what's in anything.
Right.
Listen, bro, they don't.
They don't. Not that it's some type of secret. No, you don't know what's in anything.
Bro, they have a box of cereal with the ingredients on the back, and they still don't know what's in it.
You have no idea what's in it. Because the information is available, you just choose not to use it.
That's it. Bro, that right around that same time was when they were saying that it was the 5G. Because listen, so no one is convincing me that people aren't dumb by and large.
Well, people are smart. A person is smart. People are dumb panicky. People are dumb panicky animals.
Yes. Bro, what was a couple of weeks ago? Motherfuckers was when they saw the eclipse and was still running around here like it's 1524 instead of 2024.
Right.
Nigga, it's a shadow. It's a moon going. What's wrong with you?
Yo. And the worst part about it is the people who try to tell you to let them be. No, because you end up with shit like that woman who killed her mate and her children and herself.
Yeah.
Because there was an issue there and people let her be.
Nobody let her be. Nobody wanted to address it.
Right.
Nobody wanted to address it.
That is the antithesis of society.
Yeah.
Society dictates you don't just let things be.
Yeah.
You're supposed to
we didn't see too many examples of it at this point for people to still be making that argument. It drags all the rest of us down because the thing is, because so many people are fucking dumb about a great many things. The moment that narrative gets to snowballing, you start getting a massive amount of people all regurgitating and believing it. And it's something about stupid in a vacuum.
Yep.
It's something about stupid in a bubble. If everybody's in that bubble of stupid, they're going to be saying stupid shit to each other and celebrating. And everybody outside of that bubble, it takes somebody from the outside of the bubble to take that pen and go, pop, yo, this is dumb. None of that's true.
Right. Like, what are y'all doing over here?
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, you, and you. Come with me.
Yeah, right. You seem like you can learn some shit.
Right.
Because before I came over, when I was just walking over, it sounded like the day room in an insane asylum. This shit is ridiculous, bro.
Oh, thanks. I wish there was a direct cure for it, because there's an indirect one.
There is an indirect.
I don't really want that to happen. I've grown fond.
Ironically though, because they're stupid, they're going to eventually create the cure.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to happen. Yeah, no, it's going to happen. I just rather delay it as long as possible. I've grown fond of my autonomy. Well, yes, I do have a weakness.
Listen, they're interesting, right? They're interesting, right? They're interesting.
Absolutely. All right. So moving on to this last thing. a lighthearted annoyance at work. It's been
No such thing.
so long. No, I feel like it's been so long since I actually had a lighthearted annoyance at work. So we hired a temp to work on the switchboard. I mentioned a while ago, like in January, that one of my coworkers passed. She was on a switchboard. She was a switchboard operator. And when she went out, when she first got sick, and we realized that it was serious and she was going to be out for a while, we hired a temp to, we moved someone down to the switchboard because it was only one person at the switchboard at the time. We moved someone else to the switchboard and we hired a temp so that we had two people at the switchboard. Yeah. So the temp ended up doing so well that the company wanted to hire her full time. Since she was already so well trained on the majority of what was going on in the switchboard, and we had another employee that, for the purpose of this story, I'll say wasn't doing great in the position that they were in. So we moved that employee to the switchboard, and when we hired the temp, we put her in a different position.
Right.
That's all the context that we need for the story. So the person that moved to the switchboard was out sick Monday last week. The former temp had to fill in for them.
Okay.
But in order for her to still do her work, my boss asked me to make a file that she uses accessible to her from the PC that she was going to be using for that day. All right, cool, no problem. So I go downstairs to do just that. I installed the app, program, and I got the file, and I put a shortcut to the file on her desktop. She comes downstairs right as I'm finishing. I'm like, perfect timing. Sit down, go ahead, log on to the computer. Because something told me, and maybe it's the conversation we just had, but something told me that she might need a little guidance. Just a little guidance. Little bit. I don't know what it was that told me this, but turns out I was right. So she logs onto the computer. She goes straight to the start menu. Like literally, as soon as the computer is finishing logging on to her profile, she goes straight to the start menu, opens up the program, and she's looking around. Now, at this point, I knew that something was off. Didn't know exactly what it was, but I knew something was off.
Right.
I was thinking that maybe her supervisor told my boss the wrong file, and it was actually something else that she needs. That's what I was thinking at that point.
Right.
So that she was looking for the right file. That's what I thought.
Right.
But I was just going to wait there until she said something. I wasn't about to interject because
of course,
I'd rather not be. I don't want to be the whole loud and wrong person. I don't like that. I don't like when people are that. So I try not to be that as well.
Yeah, no, I'm relatable.
So I'm just going to sit here and let her do it at her own pace and figure out what the case is. James did a bump. So I sat there and just waited until she said something. Like 3 minutes later. No exaggeration. 3 actual minutes later. She says the words, and only the words, "I can't find it." Okay. I asked her what she's looking for. What she tells me is the exact thing that my boss told me to give her access to.
Interesting.
So for those who didn't catch it, she was so busy, and this is a teachable moment.
Yes, it is.
She was so busy looking for what she wanted that she didn't realize that it was right in front of her the entire time. That's a bar. That's a bar, but we're not rapping. We're not here to rap. That's a bar.
That's a bar.
We're not here to rap.
That's a lesson for your whole life, folks.
For your whole life.
For your whole
She was
life.
so busy looking for what she wanted, nay, needed, that she didn't see it right in front of her face. And the craziest part about this is I don't mean it was sitting somewhere amongst a sea of unorganized icons on a desktop. No, it was one of 3 icons on her desktop.
Ain't no way.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Yes, I promise you. Because she had been at the switchboard for so long, when she logged on, I was like, what the fuck are all her icons?
Yeah.
It was only 3 icons.
Yeah.
And for her to go straight to the fucking start menu, I'm like, maybe I messed up. My initial thought is, okay, maybe I messed up somehow. Maybe they gave my boss the wrong something. I don't know what's going.
Yeah.
Oh no, no, it wasn't any of that. It was that she was looking so hard for the thing that she needed that she could not see, but it was right in front of her face.
But I mean, you were right though. That is it's a lighthearted annoyance.
Yeah.
Because on one hand, you're annoyed that it's right there. But on the other hand, it's not
that biggest thing.
Pulling your hair
it's
out.
not something she did to me. Right. She wasn't particularly egregious.
Right,
she wasn't nosy. She wasn't being abrasive in any way.
Right.
She didn't do nothing to me. It was just it's literally like okay. I think her cursor might have gone over it when she was going to the start, but it is. It's what it is. Things happen.
Bruh.
See, hold up though. That is a little different. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, I've done that.
That's a little different.
That's
a little different. That's Mike. Are you still here? I saw your comment. We can do that.
Mike,
I did. Yeah, Mike, are you still here? But yeah, so I'm like, okay, you just go. All right. That's why I waited though, because in my head, right, I was like, there is no way.
And no rock means no way
that you didn't see this icon that says the thing that it's titled correctly. Bex,
said it earlier.
Hey, Mike said it earlier. Time exists between keyboard and chair. You know the funny part about that is me and my supervisor, not my supervisor, had the joke that the brain is in the chair. Because what happens
your ass is in the chair. So you saying that their brain is in their ass?
Okay. You went a little bit too literal with that one.
Oh.
But no, the point being, like if someone moves to a different position or a different seat, they just lose it.
Yeah, true.
Everything that they knew, it just seems like it's all gone.
I ain't gonna lie, there was a portion of my life that seemed true. Like I would get so accustomed to writing like songs in a certain spot or place. This is the energy right here. And then if I had to go someplace else or a friend's house or whatever, let's write a such. I'm like, I don't even feel the energy, right? It's not in my spot. It took me a long time to be able to do it anywhere. Right. I needed to be in this spot.
It's a thing. It really is a thing. And I think the reason that it's a thing is because of things like muscle memory. Like, I feel like honestly, that's the way my memory works, to be honest with you. Like,
the older you get, the more you're going to rely on that.
Well, thanks. Like, if I am at a place, my memory is almost like, it's almost eidetic. But if I'm not in that place,
yeah. No, that's facts.
What do you mean? I never said that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But if I'm in that place, I remember every single thing about the conversation, whatever the case may be. It's
the vibe. It's still in that room. You may have a superpower, psychometry, and you touch shit, you get the vibe of the person who owned it. Like, I remember when we said,
All facts. Yeah, so apparently Big Mike wants to have a chat with us about something, and I have something to do. So we can go ahead and end this now, so we can holler at our brethren.
Our brethren
for a second. Yeah.
So we want to take this moment to thank all of you for joining us for the rousing adventure on the Black Culture Geeks podcast Saturday morning cartoon block. We want to also thank my sister, his significant other, Chrissy, joining us on the show.
Yeah.
And definitely now everything is robots to me. I don't give a fuck. It's robots.
It don't matter if there's any technology in it. It don't have to, there's no technology. They're gonna be a straight cat. It's a robot. It's a robot.
I'm just saying, like it is what it is at this point.
This is my water robot.
Ted Cannon. This is everything's coming up robots. Also, do not forget to check out Chrissy's show, Heard It Through the Grapevine.
Yes, we've been off for a couple weeks, but we will be back Monday.
Yeah, and y'all should forgive them for being off for a couple of weeks because they was rolling.
Yeah,
wow. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, go check that out. Don't forget my guy, super side guy, aka Cyrus, with Metas and Mutants, of course. And please remember, there is always music. Always music.
And
so
forever.
Go check us out on Spotify, right? And all the other streaming services that you guys might feel comfortable using and shit.
Mike, I'm about to send you the link.
Oh, bet. Also, just don't forget, if you haven't already, we still have books left, physical copies left of Extropy and Entropy issue 0 and issue 1. Currently, we're still working on the line work for the next one, Shattered Alliance. So that's coming up soon. And also, if you are a Patreon member and have not yet, go check out that interview I did with Christopher Colburn and his new series that he's going to publish on Majestic called Singularity. Very interesting. The young man is definitely got something right there. I think the story is dope, and I've seen the artwork. It's pretty. It's like one of them. It's got a strong indie vibe to it. So go check that out. And for my man SPJ, you and my sister Chrissy,
hey,
I am Tombstone the Dead Man, and for the greater multi-world entertainment family, we are out.
Peace.